shit. Whoops.
What?
I didn't mean for that logo to pop up. Sorry about that.
And thus it begins.
There's definitely a rule for this podcast. There's a fuck up in every single episode.
Every damn one.
Every single time.
Mine usually has like random wildlife that interrupts me.
Random wildlife. So welcome everybody. My name is Spider. This is.
I'm Thomas Wood, also known as the Pyro Juggler, or the Dangerous Thomas Wood, depending on
His name is all over the screen, guys. So you can keep an eye. I'm gonna open the chats here so you can see them. So we're streaming. So we're live now, but we haven't really started the show officially, right?
Yeah.
The plan here is you had sort of a technique here.
We're dealing with something that I've done a few times with a little bit of success, and he's gonna try it out. Do me a favor, because we only have so much reach. If you could do us a solid, share this on whatever social media you've got.
Yes.
It costs you nothing.
Absolutely.
All you got to do is just press the button. It helps us out a great deal.
Press share. Put this stream in as many Facebook feeds as you can.
Right. So that way, like the tourniqueting they do on Facebook, where he's like, you can't have over 5,000 friends or whatever, gets kind of defeated if you also have 5,000 friends and that person.
Absolutely.
I can dream.
And if you prefer, this is also currently streaming on YouTube. It's youtube.com/ I believe is Extreme4E. Yeah, Extreme4E, sorry.
Right.
And you can also find us at twitch.tv/ the Deviant. So the show is live here. We're trying to pick up as many viewers as possible.
Pardon me.
Hi, baby.
I need my whiskey.
All right.
Yeah, whiskey?
Hey, if you see Dreamy, tell her she's welcome to join any point. There's a microphone ready.
Hanging out over there. I'll let her know.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's probably getting more drunk as we speak, which in her particular
that'll be a fun,
case,
entertaining conversation. If she feels like joining,
she has no filter when she's drunk.
That's
oh God.
Perfect for the show. But yeah, there's space for her to sit there, and there's a microphone live for her whenever she wants to join the conversation.
Awesome.
So let's see. I'm just kind of waiting to see how many people start.
Also, meanwhile, like while this is going on, if there's any questions or anything you want to like open with, like
yeah, absolutely. This is always a conversation. Anything that comes to mind.
Some of you may have known me, some of you may not have. I'm a professional juggler, a fire eater / comedian. Kind of lived a life here, and we're on my land. Ask me anything. Even if I have to make up a BS answer, I will.
That's perfect. I just hit my head on. Oh shit! All right.
Don't knock that over the side.
No, it hurt more than
Dreamy
I
would be upset.
Yeah.
Do not anger the Dreamy.
All right. So
we got no one so far.
Yeah, we got 3 people. You see the number down here? That's how many people are watching total.
You and your
There's a little
technology.
Yeah, there's a little eye and a number. That's how many people are watching. And that's combined from YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook at the same time.
I don't understand you young kids and your Pac-Man video games and your John Fogerty music.
This is the most intricate stream you've been a part of.
I know.
Because you're so used to just putting your cell phone on
I know. I literally will stick my cell phone on a tripod and I'm done. But that being said, I also have a little bit of a following doing that. So
yeah, you get more attention than I do, and I put hundreds of dollars into the production that is complete overkill.
I put dollars into it.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them.
Yeah, like my production value is way out there and it's completely unnecessary because this show is pointless. This show is absolutely for no reason other than to shits and giggles, talk shit, and have no censor. Which is why I like if someone gets drunk is the best.
Oh, there you go.
Which, by the way, let's start the shot. Let's take a shot.
Let's start the shot?
And then we can start. We'll get
start the shot with a shot.
Yeah.
Nah.
And then we'll start the intro and we can start the show proper.
He's poured it in here because the only shots I've had available are for that hot tub over there, and we've been using them for chemicals. So, here we go. Disinfected.
I should have brought the mask. I wore a mask with your face on it, like that's my COVID mask.
Yeah, I actually have like a couple hundred people that are wandering around.
I should have put that link here.
That have. Well, if they go to my website, actually, if they click on the fan stuff, they get to the merchandise, and then that has all the stuff.
I can put your website. I should have put your website to begin with.
I shake my fist.
Actually, we haven't started.
You
the
have
show
no
yet.
idea where this fist has been. maybe you do.
So this is I guess. So the show hasn't started yet, so I can actually put your website to scroll up there too. You want that or?
No. It's right there. Pyrojuggler.com. It's
okay, and it's already everything's
It's
there.
real easy.
Fantastic.
Like if you look up Pyro Juggler the way it's spelled on screen, I'm like the first
those
result.
Those are two words that are pretty common. Pyro and juggler are two common words. So pyrojuggler.
Yeah, it's as one word, Pyro Juggler.
Yeah, nobody puts spaces on a website. Everybody knows this.
There we go.
Most people that check websites would know that. Anyway, let's hit the intro and start.
I was a hacker back in the early '80s.
I'm assuming you used floppy disks at the time.
Yes, I did. Like I
Things
do.
have changed a bit.
I do actually remember the first hard drive we ever saw.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
it was like a couple megabytes, and you're like,
no. It was 1
megabyte.
Yeah, like the rich kid in town had a hard drive.
All right.
It was the first I ever saw.
Before you tell too many stories, we got to do the intro here.
Oh, okay.
And then we can start unloading whatever you want to talk about. Okay. So the show starts in 3, 2, 1.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
But it's not my place to judge why people like a weird thing. I never do that.
Then what are you for?
Treachery to intellectual integrity.
Drooling, blithering idiots.
Absolute moral chaos.
What the is wrong with you? What the What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire.
Patient.
Life is chaos. Nothing.
Life is sacred.
Welcome everybody. Why the fuck is that logo still there?
I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, we're supposed to know something.
God damn it. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Freak and the Deviant, the one and only podcast about freak and deviant behavior. Anything and everything that makes you feel uncomfortable, that makes society judge you, that makes you feel like an outsider. This is exactly what we'd like to talk about to you. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for listening. And welcome, Thomas. My name is Spider, and this is...
I'm Thomas Wood, also known as the Pyro Juggler.
The Pyro Juggler, who's here. We're actually here in his land. Showed me around. Beautiful. How many acres you got going on here?
4.6. It's home.
4.6 acres. Jesus Christ.
This is the house that comedy built.
Yeah. You've been doing... So here's the thing. We met at Sherwood Forest.
Indeed.
Right? That's when I first saw you perform.
Yeah.
He was trying to get people to get closer by holding torches up, because everybody loves a fire. I was like, oh, that guy's about to do something stupid.
Yeah, nothing calls in a crowd like lighting something on fire unless you light it really big. Then they just all scatter.
The other way. So there's a threshold of how big a fire can be.
Yeah, nuns aren't pressing charges this time.
All right, I gotta stop snapping my head back because I hit my head again. So that happened. But so we met at Sherwood, and then your type of comedy was so unique, and then your performance style is for one, I've never heard of a pyro juggler. That title already stands the fuck up. Am I gonna drop
it's your
this?
fault for the whiskey, but I saw it tip just a little bit at one point, and then it reminded me of when I was in high school. There was this kid Matt that was the consummate stoner, and he managed to knock a jar so that it did this basketball hoop thing where the jar is going like this, and in the jar, in the formaldehyde, was a 5-legged frog.
Oh, no.
And it was higher than he could reach, so he's not getting to it.
Oh, fuck.
And he's just sitting there like watching a basketball at the end of a game, deciding whether it wanted to go in or not. It's just free, and it finally settles down. He's like, oh, thank God. Yes, go into the woods and find me another 5-legged frog.
Shouldn't be a problem, I think.
How hard could it be?
So as you are what would you call it? What do you consider yourself more, a comedian or a?
I'm an entertainer.
An entertainer is probably
I'm an entertainer.
Term.
I'm a juggler and fire eater, but so this injury that I've been dealing with ever since a motorcycle accident last September has made very clear, as I've had to make a living sans juggling. Apparently, juggling's not what I'm actually put on stage for, although I juggle.
You do juggle. You do eat fire. Mm-hmm. And you light your... Should I...
No
spoilers?
No spoilers. You have to come and see it.
That's a good cutoff You light no. Okay. He lights something on fire that you really shouldn't be lighting on fire.
And it's disturbing.
It's
and
pretty awesome.
Funny and
It's sexy.
it's when I was younger it was sexy. Now it's just disturbing, but I just embrace the disturbing.
No. Let's start with the embarrassing questions. How old are you now?
I'm 50.
You're 50. How long have you been performing?
Like at all or professionally?
When did you start with the hobby? When did it let's juggle or let's tell jokes? Regardless of
Juggling, I started in August 25th, 1984.
I got the exact date.
Yeah, no, I know exactly when I did it.
84?
84.
Oh, 84. Yeah, I wasn't
84.
born yet. Fuck my ass. So that's 35, 36 years?
Oh, god damn, that is a long time. And entertaining, I think I told my first joke in front of an audience in the early 70s.
How old were you?
I was a kid.
And that's when, did you get a bite, something that?
No, I just figured out that
disturbing is the best way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing, baby?
So what?
God, my nose itches from all these people.
It's COVID. Run away! We're all gonna die. So I
His
think,
equipment is so much better than mine. You have no idea.
yeah, no, your voice is gonna come clear. That's something that I pride myself on. The quality of my podcast is complete overkill for the stupid content that we put in it. But no, so I think I also had kind of a bug early on before I knew that I wanted to perform. Right?
Then he got penicillin.
Were you? Was that invented when you were a kid?
We were working on it.
Still experimenting. Getting there.
They're still arguing between biogenesis and
so
abiogenesis.
you started first with jokes, right? You figured out you were funny at some point.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so there was when I was in high school, though, everyone I was kind of an outcast, so I weirdly got stuck in they put me in a play, but they gave me kind of a nothing part, and then as the year went on and they figured out that I could pull it off, they kept adding on to the part until it was like a 10-minute dialogue.
It got better and better.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the performing night came around and, did what I could to knock it out of the park, and everyone seemed to like it. And then years later, I was walking through an area with a bunch of people following me, and I tried a couple of juggling tricks and jokes in front of a large group of people, and it was kind of this weird instant thing. I was like, oh, wait, there's something I might be good at. Let's pour into this.
Yeah.
And see where this goes.
Once you get focused on that one thing. So that's actually one of the things I would like to bring up to people watching here. Because of the fucking virus thing, there's no performing, right? You lost a lot of money on the gigs.
Yeah, basically my year canceled.
Yeah.
I don't have a backup. The reason that I'm a performer in the first place actually was in '92. I was pushing a 71 Pinto on Christmas Day, and I got hit from behind by a drunk driver. Yes, the type that explode when you hit them from behind.
Oh, fuck.
And so I broke my right big toe on the back of my skull and injured everything in between. Laid up for about a year, lost my home, my girlfriend, my everything, all at the same time. And when all the smoke cleared and I had to figure out a way to make a living, I had to come up with a way to do it on a couple of hours a week because that's all my body could do. So with my then current, offers and skills, I didn't have much going for me. It came down between pit fighting, prostitution, or juggling.
And juggling won out.
I became a juggler.
And you got good at it. What's up?
Parking.
Huh?
Parking.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a weird time for that. All right.
Well, you
real life comes into play. There we
Your
go.
keys are in it.
All right.
But yeah, sorry about that. So that's what got you going into the juggling, and then you just kind of.
I wrote.
I feel like
Okay,
you
so
juggle less
what I
than you joke.
I do, and what that turned
Did it
into.
start that way, or did you always tell more jokes than you juggled?
Okay, so I was working on this one genuinely hard trick. You know that one where I do the flip roll and the balls come up behind my back?
Yeah, and then you start juggling after
right.
the flip. Yeah,
that is actually pretty damn hard.
I have that shit on video, by the way.
Thank you.
One of the performances I actually videoed it.
But it's not easy. So you go through, you do this dive roll, and it's kind of acrobatic, and all 3 balls go behind your back, and you land on your feet and start juggling them. But I tried doing that my first couple times, and I hit the ground, and it was harsh enough that I came up bloody. And like,
so just doing that flip? Oh,
yeah.
You hit yourself in.
Well, no, I was just hitting the ground. It was gravel and in my cuts and stuff.
So you eventually,
and I came up, but I finally pull it off, right? So I pull it off, and I go over to one of my mentors, this guy Sean. Sean's sitting there with his curly shoes on a desk and smoking a pipe, and like he's smoking the pipe and he's watching me, and I'm watching like the smoke kind of twirl around his face, and curly shoes on the desk, and he looks at me, he's like, or you could have written a joke, watching the blood drip down my face, and I'm like, God damn it, he's totally right.
So the jokes were sort of a way to avoid getting hurt as much.
Not even that. It was the realization that the audience cares the same amount if you make them laugh or if you practice thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, and come up with something that's really hard to do versus just an observation that's really funny.
Yeah.
And they remember it forever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that inspires people, I think.
Yeah, well, they've actually done studies on it. If you make something funny, people latch onto it. It's a mental thing.
And they remember it.
Yeah.
So I think some of the most educational things I've ever learned came from comedians. That almost everything that's meaningful in my life that stays around is because it was funny. And I think one of the things back when, like, The Daily Show, like, there was a point in time where comedy started sort of making fun of the news.
Well, okay, so that way predates our time. Like, if you actually remember earlier, I was talking to you about the history of the jester.
Yeah.
They go into that. And the jester has always been the only one that's been allowed to make fun of the king.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Which means he's oftentimes... Yeah, he's oftentimes the only one allowed to tell the truth.
Interesting.
That's actually without losing his head.
Because I think something I had said before was that comedy, like in many scenarios, comedy is only funny if the thing you're saying is true.
Right.
If you make a claim that's absurd, obnoxious, and it's completely false, it's not as funny.
Well,
right?
Usually, comedy's a fickle beast, man. Just the.
If you want to join, there's a microphone right there.
I was just making sure you know that there's a chat over your face.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's not about me.
I know, it's just that's, and then this message here, just.
Holy shit! It got dark.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it got dark out here.
Yeah, I'll just move a little. Thank you.
It got real dark, and you've got a chat across your face.
Yeah, I moved. All right. Now I have a shadow. Thank you. Oh, please tell me you're not gonna stand there with the light the whole time.
I have chat face.
Yeah. Well, no, we had decided because it was too bright for the chat, so they couldn't see it. So we had decided to put this way. So we had decided to put the chat on his shirt so people can see it on the black. And
but we're doing it like as the sun was
covering
setting.
my face. Yeah, no, sorry guys about the lighting change. Everything just kind of.
Damn you, physics! Anyone else watching us? Who's watching us?
I don't know.
Hey, Catherine.
We got 9 viewers right now. What's that number down?
Catherine's like one of my favorite people too.
Well,
She's
hi,
awesome.
Catherine. Thank you for participating here. But yeah, I think that's one of the lessons that I keep putting a shadow on my own face. It's interesting. There we go. Much better.
There we are.
One of the interesting things about comedy is that the more honest it is, in my opinion, it becomes funnier.
I agree.
Whereas if there are comedians like, I can name, oh my God, what's his name? Monotone. Jesus.
Stephen Wright?
Stephen Wright. Yeah.
Pulled that one out of my butt.
Monotone. I mean, there's how many monotone comedians
Could have been Ben Stein. Could have been.
Oh, Ben Stein. Oh my God, Ben Stein's a comedian?
Ish.
No, he's not.
No, people laugh.
Well, there's a whole discussion there. If somebody laughs at you, does that make you a comedian? Because you could be a clown.
Yes. Okay, so
You could also
it
be a
depends on
bad
how
clown.
It depends on how you. Yeah. I mean, I've been paid to not do certain genres of comedy. Like.
Really?
Like I've actually made a good amount of money to not be a mime. Look, I'll do it. See.
Please don't. That is a terrible performance style for the podcast, I think.
Well, I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm not being a mime now.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. We got Love You, Thomas. Hey, guys.
Hey.
We got Molly McCraw. Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi, Ellen Hutton. Thank you for joining us.
Ellen. Hello, random folk.
Random folk.
I got to get Alan on the podcast at some point. He's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Dude, I love talking to anybody that has an interesting story. I like how your
He's got a
logo
lot of
pops
them.
way more now in the dark. It just fucking pops. But yeah, if anybody
Like fire shows
interested
up in
in
the dark or
learning more
something.
about his performance, it's pyrojuggler.com, right?
Yep.
And then if you guys want to show him some love right now that he's, I'm basically getting him to perform on my podcast for free.
Well-
So if you guys want to donate, throw a couple of bucks.
And also,
His information's
seriously,
on the
like,
screen.
if any questions you've actually got here at your personal access, a guy that makes his living in this day and age as a juggler and fire eater, you'd think someone would have questions.
I know, that's such a weird title.
I know.
I've never, again, when I saw that title on your thing, I was like, fucking what? And the first thing that came to mind, oh, he's going to light shit on fire and juggle it. You didn't do that once. That's exactly what that's what it implies, and it never happened.
and it's not like I can't.
I figure you probably can. I saw you juggle knives, pins, what is that, a baby seal at some point? I don't, like you, and balls, like the crystal balls for contact juggle. So you juggle a bunch of shit. Not once did I see you juggle fire, but of course you can. If you can juggle those, you can juggle fire.
Okay, now that being said, juggling fire. God, I wish my hand worked so I could I could show you the real thing, but
Show me the real thing.
I can't.
I'll force you to perform.
With juggling fire, there's stuff that you're not expecting, going in, because every time you throw, that torch just goes.
Oh, and it
like-
places your face.
Yeah, like
and then you
like
got
grazes your
the
face.
fluffy mustache.
Yeah, so it's
thing
like
going
it's
on.
like right there. So you have to just stoic it the entire time. If you if you move slightly, it messes you up.
We got a whole conversation happening over there. Catherine said, "Alan is a riot," and Alan said, "Hey, I was acquitted." Very interesting. What they're being accused of. There's some interesting conversation happening on the chat. Thank you guys for joining.
Welcome.
But yeah, for those just listening that don't see the video on the screen,
Share this. I mean,
yeah.
the more circulation, the better.
Absolutely.
And it costs you
Just-
nothing.
Yeah, it costs you nothing. Just kind of click share and whatever social media you use, and share this conversation. Is going to be fun. We're having a couple drinks here and kind of letting loose in some of the topics. Did you finish the shot?
Oh yeah, but god damn, I'm just realizing how much of a lightweight I am.
Are you already tipsy?
I can feel it slightly.
Here.
Okay, that helps.
I'm gonna pour another shot here, but all right. So, oh Jesus. So before I totally hit my head on the
Mic to
microphone.
the face.
So before you considered yourself, oh, I guess I'm a juggler now, or I am. A
Actually, it
comedian.
was a conscious decision. There was a point at which I had nothing left to lose. All my stuff was stolen on Christmas Day, and I was shot at on New Year's.
Jesus.
When I started, it was from less than zero. It was pretty dark. I mean, I'm not gonna bring the mood down too much, but there was a point at which me and Dina, the girl I was dating at the time, we're sitting there in each other's arms. Is like, well, baby, here we go. We start from here. I mean, anywhere we go from here is up. We had no possessions. We had no home. We had no nothing. And people were shooting at us. Or me,
Well,
anyway.
Interesting. It's interesting how you start from zero and you can only go up.
Right, and the deal that I
It's
made with
fascinating
myself.
You bring that up because the show. I was just explaining before we started that the show is numbered negatively. So this podcast is the first one. The pilot was episode 0, and from that is -1, -2, -3.
Right.
And it looks like a dash, but we're numbering them negative. And the reason was that Baymax said, like, from the first part, it was full of fuck-ups. We didn't know what we're doing. We still
It's
don't
downhill
know.
from here.
And it's only downhill. So every single episode is going to be worse than the last. It's just the way that we intend to do the show. Every single time there's a fuck-up and something goes wrong. And we just saw that the now you know symbol pop up. That's supposed to, there's a trigger for it. I'm supposed to
People
click.
are asking stuff too.
Oh, sorry about that. What do we got?
We're playing together and shared. Tell us about yourself. I know Thomas, but not you.
The podcast host. Well, the thing is, this is the 46th episode of this podcast, so people know, people that listen to me know a fuckload about me.
Well, you're getting
than they
bleed
want
over
to.
from mine.
But yeah, no, I didn't even tag you on this. I don't know how am I getting your viewers? How did you get your audience into my show?
People
I
track
thought it
me.
was, yeah. I didn't even tag you in the actual posts, so I'm confused.
Don't tell him.
I tagged you in an announcement earlier saying that you were going to be on my podcast.
Well, there you go.
I don't know if you accepted the tag or not, but the
Right, I
actual show
didn't.
itself, I don't think it has your name on it. I mean, it has your PayPal and stuff. But it's weird because I definitely, whatever questions you have, I have answers. I don't know where to start. My life is complicated, and I've explained on my podcast. I've been fairly open about a fuckload of my past, but my audience doesn't know you, which is why
Right.
I got
Right.
you talking a little bit. Oh, because Dreamy shared it.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting, it's Dreamy that got us some of your fans into my show.
There we go.
But yeah, long story short,
Love that
I am
woman.
a magician from Austin. I was born in Mexico City. My mom married some douchebag. I beat him up. I escaped, kind of. My mom basically sent me to my dad here in Austin. I've been doing magic since I was 8 years old.
So, comedian like origin story, because like every single comedian I know usually
Childhood
has
trauma.
this messed
Almost
up.
all of
yeah,
them.
Almost, not all,
Yeah, no,
But-
there's some healthy ones out there.
but it's rare. And the best
Absolutely.
ones are usually fucked up.
We have to be. I think you have to have a.
Well, I've
skewed
heard
view of life.
more than one comedian go like, I'm giving my kids this awesome life, and everything's going great for them, and they'll never be funny.
I think who was it? There was a comedian. Oh, you need
Rogan
to see
was
him.
talking about that actually,
Yeah.
but there was like other people I've heard echo it too.
Well, thank you, Dreamy, for sharing, by the way. And you're welcome to join if you're watching. I know you're somewhere near in this vicinity. There's a microphone for you. And
Hey,
some
Chris, how you
space
doing?
If you want to jump in here and talk drunkenly.
Oh God.
But yeah, so I've been doing.
Dreamy gets awesome while drunk. Just, like,
Yeah, I've seen her. But yeah, so there is. Again, as people don't know me, I've been a performer most of my life now. Officially, I'm 33 now. I started at 8. Doing actual magic. My mom actually bought me a magic set. And I
Okay,
couldn't
so
stop.
so I actually knew more magic tricks
Uh-huh.
when I was 5 than I do now.
Yeah, because that's when they were common. But back in the day, they were all over. You can
Well,
buy tricks
there was
everywhere.
it wasn't just buying. I mean, like people would teach them to me, and then
Yeah, I think I actually called my mom out on this because
like there was some rope tricks and crap that I knew that I
I
don't
don't know
know now.
any rope tricks.
I knew.
That's classic old magic.
Okay, let's learn it this week.
Absolutely.
All
I'll give it a
right.
shot.
All right.
Yeah, one of the things that I actually legitimately pointed the finger at my mom for is that she used to throw parties at my house. Well, I mean, it's her house, right?
Right.
But, on a school night, like I gotta go to school tomorrow morning, and we didn't have I didn't have my bedroom where I could hide away from the party. The house in Mexico, I wasn't particularly well off, and my mom wasn't high class or anything like that, but.
So not off by Mexican standards, or not well off by American
By
standards?
Mexican standards, we
Wow.
were poor, which is yeah. Let me put it this way: the AC unit had to be connected to the front of
You
the
got
house,
shadow on.
and had to. Oh, am I being hidden here? Sorry about that. But yeah, so at one of those parties that she was throwing with her coworkers or whatever, one of them drunkenly just showed me a card trick, and I lost my mind. Like that was just like that's fucking cool, and I was obsessed with card tricks since that point. I was 8, or must have been 7, because on my 8th birthday, I begged my mom for a magic kit, and it was a briefcase full of shit with a VHS, cups
Right,
and balls.
right.
rope. There's a picture of me at 8 years old that same day of my birthday, where I put like a balloon through a tube and then stuck a pencil through it, and I'm like, yeah, that picture exists. My mom has it and showed it to me recently.
Nice.
And as 8 years old, just excited about magic, and I never stopped. And then back in high school is when David Blaine kind of hit.
Are you joining us?
Waiting for my vodka delivery.
You're waiting for your vodka delivery.
There's very expensive tequila right there if you want, in front of the computer right here.
It's really it's comparatively smooth.
Oh, it's right here. I thought it was right here. If you want to check it out first. Advertising. I just put it in front of the camera like a moron. It's very smooth.
She's thinking about it.
But yeah, so that's when magic kind of kicked in, and I never stopped. I think I was gonna say when David Blaine hit the fan, that's when street magic became a thing, and that's much better.
See, I picked up a book on juggling, the Klutz books, and just worked on it, and I used it as like a stress relief type of thing.
Yeah.
Also,
it's kind of zen.
My home life was kind of messed up, and I seemed to be on perpetual restriction.
Pickle Rick! Go sit down. No. Go sit down over there. We got a camera. I can't have you here.
We gotta do this thing. The wonders of being a dad.
I know. He's awesome, though.
Yeah.
He's always in a good mood, isn't it? Anyway.
It's in nature, buddy. I mean, you
just
gotta
picks it
take
up from me, I think.
gotta take him out into this stuff.
This is very
This
relaxing
is
out here, yeah, for sure.
very much a thing.
But what was I gonna say? You do have shot glasses.
I didn't know where that was.
No, he did not. But yeah, so that's when, like, again, the whole pick up a deck of cards, walk on the street, and do whatever you can with just what you have.
Right.
Here, like a coin,
Right,
a pencil,
guerrilla
yeah,
theater.
just whatever you can. And I've done. You good? Good stuff or bad stuff?
That burns.
Oh yeah.
Like syphilis.
Like what the fuck? you tried that before? How do you have this comparison basis?
I've heard.
You have zero evidence. It's curable now.
I have to remember that for the show. That burns like syphilis.
Your second syphilis joke.
I know. I gotta come up with another one.
Yeah. Now I want you to. I got a challenge for you. I need you to make a Hamilton joke.
A Hamilton joke.
Gonorrhea is a good one to use.
There we go.
Gonorrhea is the next one. Yeah.
Right. Right.
But
I'll have to figure out something with
Speaking of
Hamilton.
gonorrhea, Hamilton is what you're about to talk about.
in case you
Oh!
guys, she didn't say that on the mic. So she
I thought
said
he
it-
had syphilis.
Whichever.
Who the hell didn't? Like back there, weren't they all fucking
Oh, that's
horse?
what he's saying.
Pickle Rick, yeah.
Okay, you know in the background he sounds like a baby goat, like in the distance.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I tried to
Maybe
show
baby
you.
goats are secretly saying Pickle Rick.
Yeah, they watched the episode before it was out. And
Yes.
They learned how to say.
They're the ones that wrote it.
Yeah, so just
It's a multiverse thing. I mean,
to
it could be.
to finish my story, my mom married an abusive dude. I beat him up, and she sent me to my dad. And I came to Austin when I was 14. Must have been right after the Twin Towers. I've been in Austin ever since. Only recently, like talking 4 years ago maybe, I got introduced to Sherwood Forest. Never heard of it. And I honestly,
it's a good time.
It's fascinating. It's something I'm not familiar with. And
It's its own tribe, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a good time.
I definitely did get into it. Something I will say that is fascinating. There is something in Mexico called La Feria, which translates to the fair,
Yeah.
and it's not remotely the same. It's not a cultural background, rewind on time type thing. It's more of a festival for all the cultural things from Mexico.
Hey, Chris.
All over time. So you will see indigenous outfits. You will see, custom woodwork and stuff, kind of like we will see at fair. That's something that's the only thing I could connect to it.
Right.
There is something called that I grew up watching, and I can't believe now. I'm like, there's no way that would be allowed here. And more importantly, I didn't realize how unique it was. There's something in Mexico, La Feria, called Los Voladores de Papantla. Have you ever heard that term?
No.
It's some kind of tribal tradition.
I gotta learn more Spanish.
Yeah, it means the flyers of Papantla, which is a city. The Voladores means flyers, so guys that fly, right? So the tradition thing that they do, and it takes a nice 10, 20 minute, ritual type thing. And it's it's one of those things like kind of like when you see a fire or some dude about to jump off a building, everybody's like, "What the fuck is happening?" So they climb a pole. As a kid, I don't know, like I don't know how to give you a measurement, but it's fucking high. Probably about as high as these trees right here, right?
Right.
And
high, about 6 feet.
I'll show you videos later. But they climbed the thing.
Wait, I think I've seen
four
this.
of them, 5 of them, I think, and they somehow managed to climb it at the same time.
Right.
And then there's like a circle thing up there. It looks like a boat wheel, whatever you call it, right? Like the you know, that big wooden.
Right.
That's what they're sitting on, and then they start spinning on it. And they're like, "What is happening?" And then they hang all of, like, one stays in the middle, the 5th one, and then 4 of them hang upside down on the corners from their knees, kind of like a trapeze performer. Right. They hang upside down, and then they start letting go, and you realize they're all on ropes, and they start spinning. Like, it looks fascinating, and slowly getting lower. It's almost like they're unwinding the rope.
How bored were you to come up with that?
But the thing is,
you know what I need to do, Harold? Or Jose. Jose.
No Mexican called Harold. No. Is that better than the tequila?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so that's a performance thing that, again, I saw as a kid. Never crossed my mind that I'll never see that again.
Right.
And how unique a performance that type of shit is.
Right.
Because that's so weird. And it's a traditional thing. It's not like some random dude that just came out with pyro juggling.
So when you're...
This is a thing they've been doing for decades.
When you're a really little kid, you're an alien.
Cheers.
Being, like, thrown onto this planet that is completely foreign to you. You have no idea how things work. You have no idea. You don't even know how your own health works. You get the sniffles or something, and you don't realize that having a cold
isn't
isn't normal.
COVID-19?
Yeah, but
no idea.
But so when you're that young, the thing is that you don't have a point of reference.
Yeah. This is why religion works on kids.
So there's
Can't compare it to anything.
There's
more
like
rational.
there's a lot of weird stuff where, like, you can be exposed to some seriously wacky crap as a kid and think it's normal.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Don't you all headhunt? You know, I mean.
Social construction.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
right.
And again, this is one. Like, I became an atheist around 17, 18, and it was very much so when I met other people. I went to college. Because you go to high school, you still kind of...
To quote a conversation I've heard once, you don't look like you're from Athia.
I'm not from Hispania either.
Yes.
Huh? Oh, can you entertain for a second? I gotta
Sure.
grab something to drink.
Do the thing.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah, tag, you're it.
La da 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 da.
I need to get past you.
Dreamy butt.
I need to get-
What will I do?
Oh, wait a minute. Release the Kraken. Wait.
This is Dreamy.
Hey.
We've secretly taken over Spider's podcast for a little while.
And I'm covered in vodka now.
As it should be.
Disinfected myself.
Oh my god.
This mic is live if you want to. Jesus.
Well, she's not coming in through this one. Is she coming in through this one too?
No
sorry, that's
idea.
not very, you have to be right next to it, or you're here.
There you go.
There's a
Oh shit! I
There-
gotta two-hand it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
Now I'm
Keep in
behind the
mind this
chatting.
has to. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Is this good?
Yeah, you can see your levels there. These are the
They're
comments.
talking about goats.
These
Oh,
are the
are they-
comments. That's how many
oh.
people are watching, and that's your volume.
Wow, this is complicated.
Sorry
I told
about
you.
that.
I told you it was like way more complicated
Hey,
than our
everybody, welcome
system.
Dreamy.
So doesn't this in a way kind of make you appreciate how
Far we've come with technology.
not only that, but like how simple it can be done with
well,
too.
the thing is, I will give you this. As complicated as this is, there is just more potential for mistakes and
Right.
for fuck-ups.
Right.
So it took me like an hour to get everything bug-free, and there's still fuck-ups at the beginning. Right? Like that logo just popped up out of nowhere. I have no idea what happened. I have this.
It's convinced we know.
I have this animation that's like the more you know. That it pops up when I play. I think it's F6.
Oh, kind of like the board at a radio station where it goes,
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah. So I have a visual board, so I can
Okay.
actually. I don't have I usually have an iPad, but the kids using it with buttons that I can click, and like a meme will pop up on top of everything. But
All right.
it's, I'll show
Cool.
you later. It's a ridiculous. It's completely absurd. It's not necessary for a podcast because most people are not.
Yeah.
Back in our day, we just break out the wax cylinder
And then
and
this is all the chat.
scroll our voices on the voice can.
Now, is this chat populating just from Facebook or from every source?
From every source. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it says where
Yeah.
it's from.
Yeah, it's just the Facebook logo. However, the YouTube and Twitch.
there
most
we
people
go.
don't comment on Twitch and YouTube.
So,
Most of
Well,
the
they're
social
has
Has
media
anyone
stuff.
commented that's not on Facebook?
No.
Yeah, it's mostly just
So
Facebook.
far,
It's
everything's
Alan
Facebook.
and Catherine, and there's Chris Cutting.
Yeah.
Alan, Catherine,
Some
Chris
other
Gooding.
names pop in and
Yeah.
out.
Hello,
but not-
guys.
Not stick around for the conversation.
Old friends.
Yeah, lurking is the thing.
Am I not interesting
On the
to you?
internet. Well, I think that's why they're lurking. They just don't have a question for you because they're not thinking too deeply about our conversation.
Dreamy here is a world-class artist and also a microbiologist.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those of you who...
On vodka.
and she's on vodka.
Yes.
And the more she drinks, the no filter she has.
The less filter.
No,
you
she
said
has
that
no
way
filter.
wrong.
The
Yeah.
no filter.
Yeah, the no
The
filter.
less-
I did that on purpose.
He meant it that way, but he's wrong.
Right.
He has every right to be wrong. Just put it on the floor. It's okay.
So anyone, say
We
something.
gotta
My tights.
fuck.
No, that says lurk, lurk,
This is
lurk.
lurk. Okay.
Lurk.
That's just my mind.
That
Really
was a-
fuck everywhere.
You lurk
Freudian
beautifully.
read.
A Freudian.
A
This
Freudian
has nothing to do with
read.
my mom. I promise.
Yeah, you got a big shadow on your
Did I
face.
say that? Out
No,
loud?
I didn't call you
There you go.
old.
I'm sorry. To me, my face is not that pretty.
Chris Cutting. No, he didn't.
This
Did
is-
he? He might have said old friend. You say old friend?
Probably. It sounds
Yeah.
like me.
Sorry about
I
the
don't know,
shadow
I
on
don't
my
have a
face.
time
This
machine.
is not the best camera setup. I'm trying to like hide the microphone from me,
Wait,
but it keeps hitting me as shadow, so it's kind of not.
and instead,
an easy
he's
task.
hiding behind the microphone.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. But also, if I get too far from the mic, you can't hear me well. There you go, much better. And it's also dark
Alan
as
stalks
fuck.
across Texas with me.
Okay,
I can kind of picture him doing it too.
Let's get back to the subject at hand, which is what got you. So, I think I tried to ask you this on your own stream, which is, can you name me the top 3 inspirations for your comedy?
Oh,
What style
Oh.
did you pick up? That you go, that's the guy. 'Cause-
Dad.
your dad.
So you also mentioned before that your dad got you into fair, right?
Yeah, but
That-
my
the
dad was
performance
also
style, like the
freaking
videos.
hilarious. I mean, he really is or was.
So your dad was funny?
Very funny.
Okay.
He was this weird combination of extremely shy, so he didn't want any attention paid to him, and really funny, so everyone wanted to pay attention to him. So like there was this constant thing where he would just get small.
Yeah.
So after he made the joke, he just kind of like
Yeah.
retreat from it.
It was like his worst nightmare. Like he would get uncomfortable watching me do shows because he'd like because I look like him, so he'd juxtaposition himself into
Did
the.
you? So he was a performer himself?
No.
Oh, it was just funny. And
No, he
It's
was
just
just
funny.
funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever did you ever take any of his jokes since he wouldn't perform them?
I don't think I could deliver it the way Dad does.
Oh.
It's
What style did he have? What would you compare him to?
absurd and
He did have
hilarious
quite a
and
level of
awkward
absurdity.
and messed up and
This is why I bring Stephen Wright, because I believe that's an absurdist
yeah.
type. Because I have heard clips of him, but I
Dad-
recently watched
Dad
the entire
would-
show and nothing he says makes sense.
Less deadpan Stephen Wright would be kind of an accurate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is your dad Stephen Wright?
No.
That would
no,
be
no.
hilarious. Like, if you just drop a bomb, dude, you constantly drop a bomb like, oh, George Carlin got me a gig, or
And he
I
did.
dated. What is
2 of 'em.
the other comedian girl that you said you dated? Oh, that you were in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like, you have
well,
so
sorta.
many claims to fame that
I was
nobody knows
unofficially.
Yeah.
It was my ass.
Your ass.
about. Your ass, but it was Flanders,
Yeah.
Flanders
which is
His
actually a
ass.
famous meme now.
Which is weird.
But then you're also,
Yeah.
I pulled it up. I found the fucking picture where they animated a juggler in a
Yeah,
island.
and we have no
Yeah, you
confirmation.
remember?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
wearing the
But
same
my,
like,
my
that's
but my
like-
ex is a key animator.
Like,
was
girl,
at the
that
time.
looks awfully familiar.
Well, then you was that?
Yeah.
The dreamy joint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, not
She has
not only my ex, but also like one of the guys I've occasionally ate fire with was Silverman, David Silverman, who
David
was,
Silverman. That
he
sounds
was one of the
familiar.
creators of the
Oh, it's one of
Simpsons.
the creators. Yeah. so it's
He,
not a
he
face I
also
would
he
know,
also
but-
does fire. Like
They do
if
a
you
lot
see
of
a thing,
fire,
if you see a guy
apparently.
with a tuba that spits fire, that's David.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
He
very
has a
unique act.
flaming tuba.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
I wouldn't call it an act so much as a
skill.
It's a party
skill
trick.
that he does at different events while being mostly anonymous.
And there's David like, why don't you have a flaming tuba? You know.
Flaming tubas are great.
Did he make it?
I
or
think
did he
so.
just breathe fire through
Likely.
No, there's.
No, just you hit a button on it.
It's a device. Okay.
Yeah, there's a device.
Fascinating.
Yep.
I got a magic trick
It's
device
satanic.
that it's like a little wristband that you click a remote and it will
Yeah.
shoot a little fire.
Chris Cutting remembers your dad.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I don't know, how would Chris describe your dad? It's
Please
hard
do.
to describe. He was kind of shy. Like if he would tell a joke or a pun or something.
And the
but
weirdest
he
crap would
laugh
happen to him.
Almost like an embarrassed laugh, like after like he told it, you know, and they kind of like get small. And
We got somebody didn't know about the Simpsons thing that you've been there twice technically. You've been referenced twice.
not technically.
Well, wait, reference because his name was not in it. His
Yeah.
voice was not in it.
Yeah,
It's just a joke he made.
No,
ended up in the
it's all
Simpsons.
theoretical, but obvious.
Yeah. So basically the story you want to tell it.
So
or-
none of that's official. I can't
No.
actually
it's
claim
not.
it.
No.
But Anna did
But you just know
reference
that
my ass when
Don't
she was
scare it.
drawing Flanders' ass. I remember that.
Don't scare the Klingons.
But I would like to at some point come up with the list of your brushes with fame, without ever. I wouldn't consider you famous
just like
per se.
weird crap that I've randomly
you just
run
interacted with so many
into.
performers.
It's called an F-list celebrity.
Yeah,
F-list.
seriously. I've had like multiple gigs with Randy Newman, for instance.
Randy fucking Newman.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Chris likes my description. Okay. Yeah.
That's an accurate description.
And awkward, embarrassed,
and
but
hilarious. I've had
kind of mad scientist looking.
Cheryl Tiegs kissed me once. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, now this is a good one. Once again, it's still like
Is it Sharon Tweed? Is it
No.
No.
No, Cheryl Tiegs.
Cheryl Tiegs.
I don't know who that
Might
is.
be before your time.
Probably.
It
And
was a
it's an
random
interesting
weird
and
thing.
a really weird, interesting callback. So tell your thing.
Aren't you closer to my
Well,
age?
I like came around
Me?
a corner.
I know things because I date him.
Oh, that's right.
Or
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
dated him for
I-
15 years. I know things.
I
I know that.
I rounded a corner at a gig in Hollywood
And what were you doing?
juggling.
On a unicycle?
I wasn't on a
uni-
unicycle. I had a unicycle that night, and
You had a unicycle
It was at
that
this.
night.
It was at
Fix
this.
the light real quick. I gotta make
It was like at this fitness club.
Fitness club?
Yeah, that had been converted for the event that night, and so I come around the corner and there's this pretty girl that just
This is where your head goes.
in a kind of ball gown type of thing. Don't give us up lighting. We'll look like villains.
You don't want to be a villain today?
Just like,
Now the uplighting makes me look like the original Tomb Raider.
It has to be here.
When I talk, I just go.
Yeah, I think the light has to come from this side.
It's funny. I think the new thing that we're doing with the masks with the static faces on them, it makes people talk like an old video game where they never move their mouths.
Much better.
so she ends up
Now I'm
being
a little
Laura
dimmer,
Croft.
but at least I'm not covered in shadow.
There you go.
I wish I had the
Oh,
mask.
it's like spooky lighting now.
Yeah, let's tell some stories, boys.
Spooky stories. You were working on one. What were you working on? Cheryl Tiegs.
It was just a random thing where like I came around the corner and Cheryl Tiegs kissed me.
Just kissed you for no
Yeah,
reason.
at a party. She just came
There was
up
no
and kissed
intro
him.
to it. She just I'm pretty sure that was her.
And she
There's-
flossed your tonsils. Now, the interesting thing is, years later,
There's a name for that, you know. That's sexual assault.
assault.
You know, I would have said yes.
That doesn't
She
matter.
was into it.
Cancel culture, bro.
Yeah.
She didn't ask.
So, anyways, there were. Cheryl Tiegs was then on Family Guy.
Oh, no shit.
She was dating. I can't remember if it was actually her.
I don't know if
doing
we're
The
like
Boys.
if we're publicly calling this out. This would be.
I don't know if somebody knew some shit about Cheryl Tiegs, and not shit, like just
Allegedly.
allegedly.
This is all
like
allegedly.
A proclivity that she might have
Allegedly.
is she picked up on Quagmire while he was street performing on a unicycle.
Oh shit!
So we're like,
Fucking
wait,
what?
Yeah, and what I ended up
is this
thinking
like a
to
thing
myself,
people know?
I-
Where Cheryl Tiegs likes to pick up on street performers? Like,
I
wait.
personally think it might be a kink.
It might- she just really likes unicycles.
You know, there's a comedian.
Or maybe she told
fine.
the story about you.
I don't know.
Babe, there's another power thing over here.
About this, like, overly sexual juggler she met once on a unicycle.
She didn't know me.
She probably
doesn't
saw you
have
from a
to.
distance for a little bit. You were busy performing.
She kissed me and sort of pushed me by the chest away
Get a grinder,
afterwards,
that's it.
and then went on her merry way. There was no interaction
That's
other
much
than
better.
that, and I
Thank you
walked
so much.
away. I walked away like looking at her. She looks familiar. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. She was cute.
So, how many? Like, can you give a number? How many famous people have you dated or had an experience with?
Oh no, just not
Can't
not
even
that
quantify.
experience. Depends on how. Mostly it's just casual.
Yeah.
Right, I mean,
interesting
they're
is-
just people like you and me.
Yeah, of course.
Just with a different job.
different.
But
different pay.
I used
Sometimes
to
the same job,
I
just
used to
different
stay
pay.
at like my summer job was at Avatar Record and Movie Producing Company back in the 80s.
A what?
There was this.
Avatar Records.
Yeah, there was
what
this
company?
record movie producing company.
Record.
Record
movie?
Record and
movie
movie.
producing. Yeah.
Oh, and movie. That's what you said. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
I
called
couldn't say that.
Avatar Records.
Avatar Records. Got it.
Yeah, so I stayed with them for the summer, and
What do you do?
Your godfather was
uh,
very influential.
yeah, my official godfather would be Kelly Lester. Hey, Kelly. But also sort of filling that position was also Tony Roman, who was this old Canadian rock star guy. You can look him up, Tony Roman.
Tony Roman.
What was the song that he was famous?
He did like a French version of Do Wah Diddy, and he did
Do Wah
some
Diddy?
other stuff too.
Was it the French version or the original version that was French?
You know, I don't know.
I think it might have been the original version that was in French of Do What Did.
It blindsided me later when I found out that Tony was actually kind of a celebrity.
Oh, you didn't know that at the time.
No,
You
he's
knew
just
that
he
one
was just
guy.
my
His
friend.
dad was kind of not like an official celebrity, but a celebrity to the celebrities, where he was just this nice, funny, charming little
Got it.
guy that hung out with all of them on Sunset.
Yeah.
And he was like a local celebrity, like basically everybody knew him at the Rainbow
And he was-
Cafe, which is like a famous hangout, right? And that's where we had his memorial.
It wasn't really.
We had him and a bunch
It wasn't
of
really so much a celebrity, so much as just everyone seemed to know the guy,
the guy that was really comfortable to know.
and everyone thought he was funny.
There is sort of a subculture of people that are not celebrity. They're not famous people, but they know a bunch of famous people.
Right, and
I don't even know what to call those.
it's not like I'm trying, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
You might even want to say a celebrity ally.
celebrity
yeah.
ally. That might be.
Yeah, but
And
he was
I
a
think one of the
celeb- he was
reasons-
like
I think
more
one of the
a celebrity
reasons for
ally.
that-
He had no, absolutely no interest in being famous.
yeah, I think.
Absolutely not. He
And I
was
think one of
shy
the
as
things
fuck.
was
Yeah.
that
Some
we
people
weren't
just don't
looking
like
to
the
gain
attention.
anything from them, which
Right.
apparently was kind of rare.
Your dad had the ability to treat people like people,
Yeah,
and they liked that.
and
It's weird how that's rare nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
it shouldn't
People
be.
treating people like people.
It shouldn't be, and
They
it
tend
totally
to
is.
Not do that. I legitimately I can't expose where I work, but I talk to people, and somebody once legit at the end of the conversation was like, "I like that you talk to me like a person." I'm like, "How the fuck else do you expect to be talked to?"
He deals with
Usually
a lot of.
by a company or corporation, that you assume that you're treated like a number.
He deals with a lot of aliens.
Aliens,
They aren't
Hey,
actually
man.
human. They're not used to it.
lizard people.
I do deal with a lot of aliens, but not the
It's
kinds
like
that you're
we're
thinking
in
of.
fresh from the pod. We hear you've got a cast.
All right, so
Lizard people.
I want to get to this because we didn't finish, but I did
We
get you
just
started
hatched.
on Hamilton.
Yes.
You never seen or heard any songs from
Right.
it. And
Right.
as
I'm
of
just
a
kind of a
couple
history
hours
geek.
ago, you had never heard it until I showed you.
No,
something like an hour
I hadn't.
worth.
I hadn't because I.
And I want your opinion. For
It
one,
was
there's a lot of
great.
historical inaccuracies.
Right. No.
That's
The production
definitely
was
there.
great. The stuff in there was great. You know, it's a good piece. Hamilton himself, I've never been so keen on.
Yeah, so I want you to tell the story of why Hamilton is.
Okay, now it's not like I've hit the
about.
books recently on
Chris
this or
Cutting is a
anything.
celebrity ally because he knows you.
Aw.
F list. Celebrity
It's like
ally.
Z list for me.
Z-list, the
Or
Z-list.
ZA.
Z minus.
That reminds me of, we had a
Z
conversation
minus.
in this podcast about alpha males.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
familiar with the type. You
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
dealt with a few.
Actually, I've got a theory.
Or the guy that's like, yeah, I'm better than you because I'm whatever. And we defined in the podcast, we looked it up on the spot. It's like, what is an alpha male? An alpha male, by definition, is someone who tries to be superior than every other male in the room.
Right.
Tries to be or actually is.
Tries to.
Interesting.
Yes, that is the definition. However, there is a different definition that I just got curious about because alpha, beginning
Yeah,
of
so
the
what's someone that
alphabet,
doesn't have to try to?
the last letter of that alphabet is omega,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So what's an omega male? You can look it up if you want to. Is someone who does not care what standing they have in the position of compared to other males.
Interesting.
Is that like the omega 13?
That's what we are. That's what me and Baymex and probably Thomas too. That's an omega male, and I probably say they're like, oh, I'm an alpha male. Like, I'm an omega male. I don't care what standing I'm in. I'm in the room. It's
Right.
what matters.
Right.
It doesn't-
Actually, the more
Spider
you
get
know.
naked. Thank you, Sammy. No thanks.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's fucking hot in
Catherine is
here.
laughing because she knows Thomas's alpha male thing. No, actually, it's both of our alpha male thing. We came up with that together.
Yeah, I got to give you more credit on that one than me.
What do you
I did.
honestly.
What is the alpha male thing to you?
If you put two alphas in the same room, you can always tell which of them
which
is.
one feels inferior by the one that flips out.
Yeah, the one freaking out more, that's the
That's
one
the
that
one that
considers
feels
themselves
inferior.
the lesser.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of that was a George Carlin bit.
Was it?
George Carlin
Scoot
once
over a little
said, "Is like we get like 100 of these fucking men. You know the ones I mean, the alpha assholes.
Right.
That kind of guy, and we just feed them nothing but PCP and whiskey for a month, and
I don't
let
remember this
them
one.
beat the fuck out
Yeah,
of each
I
other.
don't
And we
remember
call
that
I would
either.
probably
and
love
he
this
says-
one.
And we call this slugfest. And you let them beat the shit out of each other until only one is alive. And you put that guy on a pedestal and you shoot him in the fucking head. And I'm like, what is the purpose of this? And it's like, yeah, there'll just be less of them at the end.
Okay.
That was just George Carlin's weird fantasy about alpha
Right.
males. He fucking hated people like that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not too keen on it either.
yeah, it's a game that we just don't play, and we get
Yeah, no, I get that a
in
lot.
social trouble for not playing that game.
Well, and the problem I've run into is I run into people that are actually actively playing this like posturing game that I'm not part of.
Yeah.
But they're desperately trying.
That's what makes
They're
you. That's what makes you.
desperately trying to swing out.
Well, see, I don't know. How to answer that. But
Not necessary.
But you all take that visual home.
yeah, for sure. That just drew me down. There's gonna be a meme. I'm gonna clip that shit into a GIF. I'll send it to you later.
What was that song that Alan played for me? My dick is big. My dick is very big.
All right. So, Hamilton, why do you hate the person, Alexander Hamilton?
Well, okay, I gotta give him credit for starting the
For giving us credit. That was in the musical.
our currency system and
Yeah, he invented like the credit system for the each.
right, and then the
Yeah.
credit system, the banking system, our currency, all
Yes,
all
isn't
that
it-
sort of stuff. But he also came, and he left before I could answer.
Keep going.
He also looked for an excuse to tax the American people because after the Revolutionary War, there wasn't U.S. debt. They needed debt in order to create a system of taxing because otherwise they had no reason to. And Alexander Hamilton helped create the Whiskey Rebellion. Like he pushed that through knowing it was going to do what it did, knowing that it would have to be squashed, and then in squashing it,
Close that door.
knew that this would be a way
got it,
to
you got
show the American people that if you rise up, federal power will squish you down. and it was very much
something very ironic right at the beginning, where Hamilton was bitching about being taxed.
Yeah.
King George kept taxing us.
Yeah, I was like,
terrible
King
taxes.
George keeps taxing us. I was like, kind of ironic that
Yes, but
Alexander
then
Hamilton's
if we turn
bitching
around
about
and tax
taxing.
ourselves, at least I know it's my dick in my ass. That's fine.
Well, then we did expand that conversation to the whole taxation without representation was the issue for a long time.
Right.
Which you've experienced, and so have I.
Right.
As an immigrant and.
Well, and also as homeless, because good luck
You don't get a
declaring
right.
a
Well, you need
district
an
so you
address
can
to vote, which means you're still paying taxes, but you're
Yeah, I
not
was like,
voting.
so you go in there. What's your address?
Shit.
I'm homeless, and they won't let you do it.
Yeah.
And thus you're denied your constitutionally guaranteed right to vote,
yeah.
because you're homeless.
Yes. So
It's a
you
way
essentially
that
have to
the
lie
poor
to the government to have
disenfranchised.
your right to vote.
Yeah. It's easier now because you can have virtual
He wants
addresses
to be
and
taxed by strangers,
like that.
says Alan. I'm gonna
Taxed by strangers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be taxed by strangers.
someone's into it.
You don't know where that's been.
You don't know what that's been.
Suppress me.
Suppress me. Only if I allow you to, though, first.
But yeah, so other than that, what do you have any other problems?
Well,
with it?
that
You
was
also said
basically-
there was some family issues in your past that you think.
Well,
might have-
there was also this whole thing where, like, Hamilton. And I've kind of gained a little bit more of an appreciation for this over time, but I never liked the fact that Hamilton argued that the common man shouldn't have the right to vote.
Oh, and we expanded on this discussion of.
But then again,
he
so
was
did
kinda
Socrates.
right. Yeah.
You know, and
I-
So do a lot of people. I mean,
to some degree, Socrates had a good point.
there are a lot of people that think that
Going back to
maybe
Carlin-
not everybody should have the
yeah,
right
going
to
back
vote,
to
but
Carlin
good luck.
here,
Good luck with that.
Think of how stupid the average person is, and then 50% of them are stupider than that.
Yep. But they still
And they
have
vote.
the right to vote.
And they have to vote. So we.
And we've
we kind
decided
of,
that is okay.
So if you hijack the system so that you're specifically
So you would think,
appealing to the stupid, you
Yeah.
might be able to get 50% of the vote.
which I mean, it doesn't
Not that
work,
I'm
does it?
thinking of anyone in particular or
yup.
anything.
That's so sad.
God damn it.
But now, would you
You
be?
only have to have 1% of over the average intelligence
And then you have to convince
to
How hard could
win.
that be?
then you have to convince a certain amount of self-serving individuals that's in their best interest to vote despite their moral leaning.
Morally.
Or
It's like sending money to Joel Osteen.
I was like, "Oh, this will
Oh God!
yeah." I was like, "Oh, if I do this, it'll screw over everyone." Hey, but
That dude
I
is so fucking full of
fucking
shit.
I get
that
another
guy.
dollar in
Send me
taxes.
money. Send me money.
I like how Bill Burr
Send
was
me
saying,
money,
like,
and
that
you'll
dude
be
is-
rich. I'll tell God to make you rich.
He's got this soulless kind of reptilian thing where
Send me
he's
money.
Bill Burr said that he's so full of shit he doesn't even want to open his fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
still there? They're
Wait,
still
you
listening.
gotta spit. You gotta spit. And pull your teeth out. Send
You
me
look
money.
like Beavis and Butthead. That's-
Those were my idols growing up. Send me money.
How many people are watching us? Is
I
anyone
have
left?
no idea. We must have lost. No, we got
Send me
8 people
money,
watching.
and I will make sure God knows that you should be rich.
Holy crud. Holy crud.
I was just watching.
Is
John
anyone
Oliver.
watching us that doesn't normally watch us?
hate
Who
him.
who's new here?
Yeah, if you're
What's
new,
the
raise your
number?
hand.
Does this show the number of people at all?
Yeah, it's down here, next to the
Oh.
eyeball.
A whole 8 people.
8 people.
8.
Yeah, it got a little higher and it keeps going, like it's fluctuating because we probably offend some people. That's kind of part of the show.
I've had that many people in the hot tub.
Yep.
You fit 8 people in there?
It wasn't a great idea.
No. 'Cause last time we did that was like 5 people and it felt crowded.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I would trust the construction of that with 8 people.
Yeah, it's not meant for that.
It's soup at that point.
I'm very
It
much
is really
amazed
soup.
at the fact that you have a hot top and you build like a castle in a smaller setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
That's just fascinating to me.
Well, Spider, since you've been here, describe what the place is like.
Describe what the place is like. Well, the thing that blew my mind is that you have a trailer, I guess, mobile
It's a
home.
5th wheel.
It's a fifth wheel.
It's a fifth wheel. Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't know that was a term.
Yeah, it's a big 5th
But
wheel.
it's a fifth wheel. But you have like a roof built over, and then you build like a bathroom that's almost as big as the living room of the fifth wheel.
Yep.
And then there's a porch. There's actual flooring connected to both of them, with a porch that has like these railings, and we're sitting.
Now, technically, it's
in a porch.
actually
There's a
floating.
hot
It's
tub.
not
It's a
actually
hot tub.
connected. Like,
Yeah, it's actually not connected. We haven't made so that.
so technically, you
can
don't
take
have
the
to pay
pieces-
taxes on it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you can take this section over here underneath the hot tub section is into the poles deep into the ground, like 6x6s, into the ground with cement. But over here, they're on deck blocks. It's just
Okay,
on
so
top
you're
of blocks.
telling me that you could drive that away.
You can
Yeah.
drive that away. You take you
It would be
unscrew that
stressful.
section. You can unscrew that section
But if like
away.
there's a forest fire coming over the hill, yeah,
You
no.
can drive
but
that shit off.
Yeah.
But there's no putting that shit back.
It would be difficult.
It would be difficult to get it in the perfect spot.
And we just put a trailer. We were just discussing this.
We'd probably
How
have to
it
use some
didn't stress you out at
come-ons
the
and
time
shit.
because you didn't think about it, but that was somebody's entire livelihood that you were just.
Yeah, thanks for not telling me
Backing your
that
truck
while I was
into.
doing the thing. It's just like,
Yeah, 'cause
no pressure.
that's the thing about mobile homes. You're gambling every time you move the fucking thing because it
Oh
could
yeah.
easily break.
One of my
At some point,
favorite.
you got worried right away because you hit like a wheel, like one of the
Oh,
tires
wow.
hit like a little thing. The whole thing tilted, and you're like, "What's happening? Why is it tilted?"
Yeah.
Because he felt that he backed more, the whole thing flips over, and it goes he struck too, because they're connected. You flipped everything.
I was
Where
more
the hell
worried
was
about
that?
her.
I heard a really loud scrape down the street.
No, it was one
No.
right where we were parking at.
Right.
As he's backing it up, the actual house tilted a little bit,
Oh.
and
Okay.
and he got worried
Now
right
I
away.
heard
and
you guys
stopped.
coming over one of the culverts
Oh wow, that was
Yeah.
Likely.
We
because
did-
it
we did
scrapes the
hear that,
butt.
yes,
It scrapes
for
the
sure.
butt.
I did what I could
Yeah.
to make it.
I know.
like
Hey,
it's-
all trailers scrape their butts on this road. We have the gouges to prove it.
But it's kind of an interesting concept to have, like, your livelihood in such a small area.
Yeah.
There's only so much you need. I
have-
mean, my entire business is like this big.
Yeah.
Well, in
Absolutely,
D&D,
yeah.
I mean, the ranger can only
For me, I
keep what he can
legitimately
carry.
brought it. I have a magic box about this size that has probably hours of performances if I wanted to.
Yep.
I just don't, like, it never occurred to me. But I also, like, I'm a collector, so, like, I buy too much of whatever the hell I like. And
Right.
there are
Right.
dumb things hanging on the wall that really I don't need to have, but I have a WWE title hanging on my
Well,
wall.
okay, so remember I
Nobody
told
needs
you,
that
like,
shit.
at the very beginning of sort of what I consider my origin story, really, there was
Ooh, this I want to hear.
there was a time period where everything I had got stolen.
Yeah, that's
At
you said
least
that's-
twice.
Yeah, and let me tell you, as stressful as it is being robbed like that, it is weirdly freeing having no possessions.
Yeah, when you have nothing to lose, this is.
You have nothing to lose. You also have nothing that you have to get back to or have to protect or have. Elon Musk right now is selling everything he owns.
He
He
doesn't
is.
Yeah.
want to have so many
He's
things to
divesting
lose.
everything. Because
Yeah.
if you have that much, I mean, this isn't the same case, but if you have that much money, you don't need to own anything. You can just like fly
You,
into
sell me your house.
Belize
Yeah.
and be like, I want to rent
Chappelle did that.
that place.
David Chappelle did that shit.
All right,
Just
and
took his
I
money
need
bailed.
some shoes. You bring me some shoes. I need a boat. Okay, I want. Can I buy that boat from you for like?
Cheetos and hand jobs for all my men.
I'm gonna rent your boat.
Cheetos and hand jobs.
I'm gonna.
That's a shirt if I ever heard one.
Cheetos and hand jobs.
Yeah.
I'm
Cheetos
gonna
and
rent
Stole
your
it from an old
boat
friend of
for
mine.
like 5 days, and then you can have it back.
Wait, what?
Here's $20,000.
I just hit a snag on the concept. If I'm wearing a shirt that says Cheetos and hand jobs for everybody, it might seem like I'm offering that.
I think you should do it.
People might think. People
This
might,
is how the adventure started.
people might think of 45. Doritos and hand jobs. Let's not think.
45.
Let's not do Cheetos.
We don't do politics in this show. We talked about politics last week.
Doritos.
Let's not talk about it again.
Doritos and
Although we didn't talk
Doritos.
about Hamilton, so it's very
Tacos.
old politics.
Tacos. Let's go with tacos. Doritos Locos Tacos for everyone.
That and Hamilton is very old school politics.
It's the beginning of politics, I think.
Well, it's beginning of politics here.
There's something that happens in the musical that we didn't get to, where Hamilton negotiates to move the White House south from New York, which is where they usually get together, to Washington, so that the other guys from Virginia can get.
Wasn't the capital in Philadelphia for a while?
I have no idea. I'm following the musical. I didn't do my research.
Ha! Yeah, that's.
I
That'll be
looked up.
accurate.
I might be wrong.
A lot of shit in the musical I did look up because it like sounded absurd, and it very much
Alan
is.
Hutton.
Huh?
What do you say? Now Alan knows. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he's a
Cheetos, and hand jobs for all.
Cheetos, and hand jobs.
That's a good one.
yeah.
Cheetos is from Austin, by the way. Like
Hutton's history dick is bigger than mine.
Yes. His history dick is bigger than all of us. It takes up a space.
It takes a space.
Just swinging his history.
Swing that history.
Now, staying away from politics, I would like your input to. This is your free moment to give anybody whatever message you like about the virus happening and wearing masks.
Do it.
Do it. That's all we needed. Thank you.
Yeah.
You, microbiologist, say something.
I'm on the vodkas.
Do it anyway. You've been drinking the ranty juice.
The renty juice.
Do it. Now is your time.
Your time to shine.
I have such a overwhelming feeling of apathy, though.
Just because you want the world to burn.
Honestly, I did kind of get that feeling. Like it's about time for a plague, isn't it? Like we had too many people.
Yeah, but the problem is that there's
Is it
no
too soon to
controlling who
root
it
for the
hits.
virus, or?
Hi, shit you can't say to people.
At least give them like the lightest of PSAs something. What?
Yeah, but you're the one with an education here.
Cover your goddamn face.
There you go.
That's all you needed to know, guys.
So I'm
The
actually
microbiologist
kinda-
says,
I'm
cover
kind-
your goddamn face.
I kind of want to
That's
show
it.
you like a video or something. So there's people.
To quote, yes.
There are some idiots. Oh, my brother's watching. It was in Philadelphia from 17. Look, my brother's looking shit up.
Oh, there you go.
From 1790 to 1800 is when the White House was in Philadelphia.
There you go.
Damn, man.
1790.
Lots of
History
fucking
dick.
History.
Thunk.
History dick on the table. Yes.
So wait, so where was it before 1790?
New York, I believe.
New York.
New
yeah.
York, then Philadelphia, and then
But was it New Amsterdam at the time?
Oh, that was it named New Amsterdam?
Yeah, 'cause New York-
Istanbul.
Yeah, no, but New York was actually New Amsterdam at one point.
I have no idea about that. I
There's
thought
a
they
song
call it
about
Yorktown. Is that a different place? Anyway, one of the things that I might actually show you this after the show. They have the cabinet debates in rap battle form.
Nice.
And it's fascinating to just
Yeah.
watch them with hand mics, just like, no, this is why slavery is wrong. And like, fucking what? It's fascinating. Sander, hey, what is...
Is he playing Star Wars or something?
No, that's Roblox. Anyway, sorry about that. Continue, PSA,
So-
people cover your fucking mouse.
Ah, Jesus.
Or Hamilton sucks.
I'm just so fucking disenchanted with people right now.
Totally fair.
Like,
You have every reason to be honest. The
like
people
God
are...
damn
Honey,
it.
your words may save lives.
Absolutely. Well, it's fucking weird because how
May
did the
save lives
mask
of-
become a fucking
May
political
save lives
issue?
of people you actually care
There are
about.
people claiming that Democrats are using masks to control people. Like,
You know, and here's the
how
thing.
does that even connect to the problem?
Here's the thing: is that they're convinced
see-
that it's some conspiracy, and you'd have to have every other country in on it.
Yeah.
See, the problem here is that we are expecting people to actually be smart enough to understand logic. And gosh, I just don't have the will for it.
At some point, you just don't have the
there's
time to
just-
fix people.
No way to convince people that you should care
Well, look, willful
about
ignorance.
other people.
Hey!
And there's, God, just no way to get around it. You know what? I don't fucking care.
I think. Who the fuck said it? I like to quote my comedians when I say something that I know I heard somewhere else, but it very much feels like the people that make stupid decisions just have to die off. You can't change their minds.
Catherine Carpenter
So they're on
says,
the right
"I'm on the
side of
vodka."
history. What?
No, she's quoting me.
Oh, ranty juice.
Yeah. You know,
The
I
virus will be gone in November 11th?
don't care.
Ah,
There's my will to fucking care. Because the thing is,
I feel like our country got hijacked.
It did.
there's
20, what
and
is it,
this
2016-ish?
this will upset some people that really love to fucking argue, but sometimes, kind of like religion, My view on religion is there's no fucking way to prove it either way, so why argue about it?
Well, I would.
Well, in this particular case, because people...
It's an exercise in futility.
Yeah, because in this particular case,
people are gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do.
But
they're
gonna
have the
die.
conspiracy.
And not only that,
That's
but they're
what
going.
the fuck they want to do.
But they're also going to spread it to other people.
That's the problem,
that are being good about it, and they'll still die.
Stay away from those people. That's my advice. Stay away from people.
The microbiologist
because people are stupid. That's like when you drive your fucking motorcycle. What do you say?
Assume people are trying to kill you.
Assume people are trying to kill you. So if you have to go out, wear your goddamn mask and assume other people are trying to kill you, like you're wearing, how you drive a motorcycle. Because guess what? Other people are stupid.
And effectively trying to kill you.
And this is the thing that I tell little kids. When I find these little kids that are like really high in their class and they get bullied because they're super smart, right?
Dreamy touches children.
Whoa.
Shut up.
Not that way.
This is not. No, I influence them.
Much better.
I'm an influencer. So these kids, I see that myself in them, and I see that they're having this hard time because they actually have a higher processing level than other kids around them, right?
And you don't fit.
And they don't
just
fit
don't fit
in,
with
and they're
that.
very stressed out that they don't fit in, just like I was, just like you were, I'm sure just like you were. We don't fit in because we are smarter, and we get really upset that there's these people that are just too stupid around us to get anything. But the problem is, and this is what I tell the little kids, it's not their fault. They were born that way. They're not gonna get better. This is not gonna get better.
The one that drives me nuts is
Intelligence
willful
is
ignorance.
It's random.
No, willful ignorance
You got a
is...
Yahtzee and you got to be more intelligent than the other ones.
Use it. Get
Guess
past it.
what? It's not their fault. Don't feel sorry for them and shit, but don't hold it too hard against them that they don't actually have the capacity to understand. So you gotta be smarter than them and figure out the psychological way to get around it.
Willful ignorance is
So guess what I did? I have a line of masks at dreamy09.redbubble.com that are pretty. They're pretty. And you can get...
Way to market!
That was a marketing ploy.
You can get whatever color you want to match whatever
Genius!
stupid outfit that you have. And guess what?
Genius!
I don't get made fun of for wearing a mask at the grocery store because they're like, oh my god, that's such a beautiful mask. Oh my god, it matches your outfit.
Can I tell you a story about one of the masks?
Wait.
Okay.
So what you gotta do is you find a pretty fucking mask that fits your outfits and you market those because people, if the mask actually looks fucking good, they'll wear it. They're more likely to wear it if it looks good. They don't like the surgical fucking mask. They hate them. They look stupid. They're like, oh my god, it doesn't match my outfit. I feel so stupid. Get one that matches your
drinking
outfit.
the ranty juice.
Get one that matches your outfit, bitches.
This is gonna be immortalized. I love it.
Do it.
I'm gonna make a shirt
And
out of some of this
that's
stuff.
how you get people to wear a goddamn mask. Make it match their fucking outfit. There you go. There's your PSA.
Oh,
Thank you
sad
so
but
much.
true.
It's psychology. That's how you get around stupid people. You have to mess with their fucking psychology because they're not going to understand actual common sense. You're like beating a dead horse. You can't, they're not gonna get it. They don't have the fucking capacity to get it.
I love that we had to
Make
pry
it
this
so
out of
that
her,
it
and then it
was
was just like
pretty.
opening up that can of whoop ass.
Appeal
Just
to their fucking vanity because
Pandora's box, man. It's out.
even stupid people have fucking vanity. So that's the thing that you have to appeal to. Don't appeal to their intelligence. They don't got none.
Oh my gosh, Becky, look
Better?
at her mask.
Is that your PSA? Is that what you wanted?
Are you entertained?
You're not entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Oh my God.
Karen!
That's amazing.
Karen, get a mask that matches your outfit.
So,
I know it might say like Abercrombie and Fitch and some bullshit on it. American Eagle, why don't you have a fucking mask?
I know, right? They should have get like brand.
Wow.
They
Nike
need a
switch.
mask. Like I need a Nike swoosh, and I need an American Eagle, and I need a Prada pink lined with chocolate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I need a Versace
I got a best rent ever
Mask.
comment on the chat.
Versace mask.
Versace.
Why do I not see?
What is that? What is that purse thing with the dumbass logos? The
Versace?
Brown? No, there wasn't.
Gucci's?
That.
Why is there not a Gucci mask?
Yeah, there should be imbeciles wearing that crap all the time.
I mean,
There
I
should
can
be imbeciles
draw, I can
overpaying
draw
for
whatever
that
the fuck I
crap.
want.
for that crap.
I mean, I can draw like a big old collagen lip mask
You know what?
for the bitches.
Who the fuck said? I think it was John Oliver that said they should make America great masks,
Oh, they do.
and some imbeciles gonna wear it. Like they.
Oh, they-
If it says that, they'll
that
advertise
has it.
and you just
That
trick them into
exists.
wearing the fucking
Ooh,
thing.
what if how about a mask that just says government mandate? I don't actually want to wear this.
Wait, no, you should do that.
I should do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good joke.
Government mandate. I don't actually want to wear this. I feel like a
I'm
tool.
wearing this under protest.
I'm wearing this under protest.
sell
Yeah.
a lot of
That's a
them.
good one.
With American
I bet you could sell a lot of those.
Should it
you
be an
made,
American flag? Because technically you're not supposed to wear the American flag.
That's actually it's supposed to be a crime to.
I could just make it
Yeah.
red, white, and blue, not necessarily the flag.
So here's a thing that's always bugged me. So people get all bent out of shape when you burn the American flag, and I get that, but the way that you're supposed to dispose of an American flag once
Is to burn it.
Exactly.
I think it was funny. Like apparently not supposed to touch the floor.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
what?
it's not
What are
supposed
you
to touch the
talking about?
ground.
An American flag is not supposed to
No,
touch the
you
Not
have to
supposed to
burn
touch
it.
the ground.
Yeah, that weird shit. I don't understand.
Hey, it's in the Constitution.
George Carlin said there are symbols, and I live
Actually, I'm
symbols to
not
the
sure.
symbol-minded.
Yeah, I'm
Or
not sure
whatever
that
wherever
that's in
the
the
fuck
Constitution.
it is. I don't care. It's
It's in the Boy Scout manual.
So what the fuck? The Boy Scout. I
It
I
is.
was a Boy Scout.
It is.
I was also
You
a
should
Boy
know
Scout.
this then.
No, I'm not kidding. Because my brother, I didn't want to be a fucking Girl
Hottest
Scout.
Boy
There
Scout
were no
ever.
Girl Scouts in Mexico.
There were no girls.
girls in
There are
the Boy
no
Scouts,
Girl
yeah.
Scouts in Mexico.
Well,
No,
the
they were in the Boy Scouts. Like it's Boy Scouts and there
There
are girls
were-
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good. That I was in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my own. What do you call it? The Matchbox Racer.
What?
Yeah. You, what was it called? No, not Matchbox Racer.
No, it was the thing where
Pinewood Derby.
that's it.
I didn't officially get to be in the Pinewood Derby, but I made a Pinewood Derby car, and my car won a match, an unofficial match against
Wait,
my
I should share
brother's
this, by the way, on my own
Pinewood
profile.
Sure. What?
You can
This-
share that on your personal
stream?
profile. I shared it on your fan
yeah,
page
she,
already.
Yeah, she already tagged you. That's why we got your fans watching my podcast.
Yeah, well,
which
I'm
is weird.
an admin on his
Oh,
on all
yeah.
his shit. So
Yeah,
yeah, no,
they were
I
asking
had,
me to talk about me. Like this podcast is full of people that
No,
already
I
know a lot of
had-
shit about me that they don't need to.
I
know.
got to make the birdhouses and all that. I got to basically sit in on my brother's Boy Scouts.
Nice. That's dope.
Because I don't want to be Girl Scouts. I mean, maybe now they do some cool shit, but I don't want to go sell cookies and stuff.
They're
Like, I wanted to build the birdhouses. I
They
wanted
did a
to do
Brady
this
Bunch episode about
actual
that.
stuff.
That's awesome.
So I got to sit in on all of that, and I actually built my own
not seeing it on
car.
the
My dad and I built a car
homepage.
where, you know, they give you a block, right, to make a car.
Yeah.
So my car was, like, it had a very minimal case for the CO2 cartridge in the back.
Yeah.
And then it had a very narrow stem, and then a shovel head that contained the front axle. And it was fast as fuck. And it beat, unofficially, we raced it against the winner of the Pinewood Derby at Seahurst Elementary in Burien. It had to be,
That's so cool. That
God, what year could have that have been? Oh, God, 1989? No.
89.
8 shares.
1990 maybe, 91?
I was like, you're close to my age. You
I'm
shouldn't-
36.
I'm 33.
Yeah.
So 89, you still were what, like 7?
Yeah, I was in elementary school. I remember
Okay, so
being
that's-
at my
yeah,
elementary
we're
school.
talking
My elementary school
between
was
6 and
rebuilt when
9.
I was in 4th grade. So I was in at least and most 3rd grade. So anyway, I won the Pinewood Derby.
Now we got like everybody's backstories in this fucking episode.
Yeah.
That is not even half of our backstory.
Yeah, not even close.
No, there's definitely, like, we could easily talk.
Some crazy shit.
For hours, but it's probably already, I'm already at 1:15.
All right, I
You want
suppose.
to go for the double episode or just call it here and we'll do another one next time I come?
Are you
Are there
willing to
still
come back
people
at
here?
it?
We still have the 8.
We still had the same 8 people watching.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you guys
same.
for watching. Thank you for
Except
listening.
Yeah, the loyal 8.
Definitely share
Oh,
this.
Deanna Harvey is here. She's cool.
This episode will be available on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google, anywhere podcasts are available. It's published. You can also find it at freakingdeviant.com. And the actual video will be on YouTube and Twitch. I said those as Extreme Furry on YouTube and the Freaking the Deviant on
I mean,
Twitch.
I will come out to you at some point too, but like, how peaceful is this, man?
This is amazing.
Oh, we should probably also
love
say
your land, dude. Everything you have
Thomas
here
and I have a weekly stream.
Thomas Tuesdays
Yes,
or Thomas and Dreaming
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Follow him on Facebook on Thomas Wood.
Just look
that's
up
it, right?
Thomas Wood the Pyro Juggler.
Thomas Woods. I gotta like get all your links on
Yeah.
the thing.
Thomas Wood the Pyro Juggler on Facebook.
I added
And
your Venmo and PayPal links, but I didn't put your profiles there. But I did put your web. Like we talked about your website. It was just
Right.
pyrojuggler.com.
Hey, thanks for having me on this.
this.
I actually had a pretty good time. It was like no pressure, it was just casual, and we did get one hell of an epic rant out of it.
Fuck yeah, that was awesome. I'm excited.
you just had to get me past my apathy. It's like,
Oh, just kicking and
we
screaming
aim
towards
for.
the.
I hate people though. Let them die. No, don't let them die. I can't. God damn it. Morality. God. Fine.
I can quote like Chris Porter, a comedian, said, "It's like no more of this. Oh, it's cute. They're stupid. No, fuck that. Let's take some labels off some shit. Let them fucking die. Don't eat off of paint. Eat it. You want to eat it? Eat it. Feed it to your kids too. It's fine.
You know they used to use lead as a sweetener. I'm not kidding. That's look that crap
I
up.
believe you. That's why it's funny.
The Romans used to use it.
If I didn't believe you,
If
it
you're
wouldn't be
really
funny.
well off,
That's amazing.
during the Roman times, you could afford to
So
have
lead is
lead.
sweet?
Thank God we
Put
have
on
Tony's
your-
Creole now.
By the way, the Brussels sprouts, fucking amazing. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. I've never seen that
We got him to
recipe
eat
before.
Brussels
See?
sprouts.
I'm
We
gonna
got
give it a
him and a
shot.
couple of other people to eat
See?
Brussels sprouts.
Just because
love
your
Brussels
mama made
sprouts.
them wrong doesn't mean Brussels sprouts are bad.
My mom never made that shit.
Yeah, my mom made
But
that
I know
shit,
how to
and
make
it was
rice
like,
like a boss.
All right.
And mole and pozole.
Well,
and
come on over,
menudo,
let's
you know,
do some cooking-
all that
cooking
Mexican
shit.
ass music,
Mexican ass.
Mexican ass food.
Mexican ass music would be farting.
Mexi goop. Mexi goop.
Hey, by the way, don't buy Goya beans. Fuck those people. On that note, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. You can find us at freakingdeviant.com. You can find him at Thomas Juggler. You want to plug your
Dreamy.
Google Dreamy.
Yes.
I don't-
Google Dreamy and henna.
With an IE.
I'm
You're probably
mostly,
one of the top ones, yeah.
I'm mostly well known as a henna artist.
She's a henna artist, yes.
She's not always this drunk, but she is more fun this way.
I'm not that drunk.
Nah, she's tipsy.
No, you just had to push me over the edge of
We
Just
pissed her off,
apathy.
man.
Just a
You
little
put her on the
ranty.
spot.
You just have to push me out of the apathy for a second for me to actually give a.
You made someone's night, apparently. That. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. You want to say anything else before we finish up?
Just remember, people, be good to each other.
Remember that all of your professional artists are suffering right now.
Yeah, there's
We
that.
don't have any work.
My
We're not
entire
allowed-
damn year canceled on me.
We're not allowed to work with people.
So, should you so choose,
Yes.
please
Yes.
consider
Do it.
being a patron on Patreon.
I also
Or-
have a Patreon.
Or you can also
Closer to the camera. Yeah,
There. Oh.
you can also do the
that-
link is also in the description as well.
Wow,
But-
this is terrible. Hold on. Here you go.
But that's still.
Light makes it shine.
Oh,
There.
got there.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
I-
Not that we're dropping any hints or anything.
So my Patreon, he's got a Patreon. You can find that. We should probably, if you look in the current Thomas Tuesdays, you can see links to his Patreon, his personal page, and your Redbubble with your Thomas Wood mask. It's just his face. It's really.
Yeah, you can
It's
wear,
awesome.
You can wear his face on your mask. It's fucking amazing.
The running joke is I've been working on my omnipresence and
Now you're
you'll all
Now
know
it's
I'm.
actually happening.
You'll all know when I've got it down, and now it's actually kind of happening. There's,
All right.
according
so
to like facial
if
recognition
you go
software.
to Dreamy09, that's with an IE,
Let me.
.redbubble.com, you can find masks to match your outfits.
A little bit off as
I gotta cut the episode where we can stay live
Yeah.
if you want to, okay? So thank you
Okay.
guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Life is chaos and nothing is sacred. Good night, baby.
All right. Much love, guys.
All right, stop the recording. We're still live. I
Oh,
just
still live.
the audio thing has to cut out at 120, so I gotta trim it. We're at 126, so I might be able to upload it, but we're still live. If you want to keep talking,
Okay.
people are still listening.
Now here's the OnlyFans part of the show.
We should have talked about
wrong.
OnlyFans. You should open an OnlyFans.
Now comes the part where we.
No, oh God.
Not you, him.
Now we come to the part where we talk about the Society for
Dude,
Appreciation of
where-
Raw Meat.
Where
I'm-
else?
No.
Where else can we put that bit of your show?
Oh, which? Oh, that.
The one that we don't want to describe.
Oh.
So they have to see it.
Oh, right.
Other than OnlyFans.
Oh, these people that are watching already know.
Yeah, probably.
know.
Seven people
Oh, they
that
know.
already know.
Some of these people have been watching me so long that they could have had a kid at the beginning of my show, like watching my
No,
shows.
she did. Deanna Harvey did.
She did?
Yeah, she had kids that
Now
went
get
to
naked.
your show.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
her kids have been watching your show forever.
Yeah, I've watched that entire family grow up. It's been awesome.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I've watched kids like start to come to the show in diapers that are now
And then
graduated
And now
from
they
high
get
school.
the jokes.
Yeah.
Now they get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered what that goat meant.
Little Claire one time, this girl that kind of adopted me out in California, she went to go give me a hug at one point after a show, and she gives me this hug and sort of crucifix position like on my body as she's giving me a hug. She just like arms are out and just and she fell asleep instantly. So now I'm stuck with this kid
You don't know how to ditch it.
sleeping.
Uncle Thomas.
So I just like went with it and just like sat there and just kind of like
Kept talking
You know.
to people.
kept talking to people, and there's this kid just crashed out in my arms, still standing up, snoring slightly.
Yeah. She's had a long day.
What is that sound that like vibrates on the floor?
I believe that's the
the hot tub?
Is that the
hot
hot
tub
tub?
cycling through.
Would you like me to bring you those two items over there on that table?
No.
Which two items?
Okay.
The big bottle and the
Yeah.
green can.
And my new bottle of Sky.
I think you're about
Yeah.
done with that bottle, aren't you?
No. Alicia just brought me a new one.
Oh.
So Alan introduced me to Sky. He bought me a bottle of Sky for my birthday.
It's pretty good
and
vodka.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty decent vodka for $20. So
Where can people see me perform soon? Well, in theory, TRF. I've got a full contract with TRF, so I'll be
Yeah.
working there this
Hopefully
season.
That opens. I
And
think they announced
hopefully
that they're
all
doing
goes
like
well.
a certain percentage of the tickets.
However it goes, I'm hired. Got contract
What
in
it-
hand.
hope it
it's
starts.
once again just that level of apathy that I have. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's really not up to me, so I don't really feel like debating it.
If the population is really low, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test out stuff.
right? It's gonna be experimentation theater, cause why not? You know?
Not like in college.
Not like in college. Or maybe it is.
Wow. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/ what is it? Thomas Juggler. I forgot what the fucking tag was.
What, the OnlyFans?
It's
Thomas
only-
Wood Juggler.
Thomas Wood Juggler. Yeah.
Let's see, Ethan was born in 99, Bella in 2004, Kaylee in 2008.
What's TRF? Texas Renaissance Festival.
Yes.
Look it up.
Oh yeah, no, Alan knows. He's just being
he's fucking
thorough.
with
The
He's
Texas
being
Renaissance
thorough.
Okay.
Festival.
Well, because there are people that are probably listening.
That's
that
right.
don't know what
There
we're talking
could be
about.
people
You
anywhere.
live behind them.
Right.
Yeah.
Behind Texas Renaissance Festival.
Right. Like if
where
I yell
walking distance from them.
really loud, they can probably hear me
There's nobody
on the
there.
stage
Oh,
where
got
I'm
it.
going to be
There
performing.
shouldn't be.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Like if we got a Wi-Fi repeater, we could probably.
You realize
Ping
we managed to
the
air the
stage.
entire episode from my phone
Nice.
as a Wi-Fi signal?
No, we have pretty good signal here. It's
Well,
funny,
that-
like,
that-
people will say like, "Oh, you live in Texas? Do you have power out there? Like,
How's your
Okay,
horse?
if I had
do you
had
have
to
pavement?"
if I had
No,
to
you don't,
communicate,
actually.
yeah, if I
I
had
saw
to
the entrance.
No, we do. It's right there.
If I had to
Like our driveway
communicate
isn't
from
pavement,
my
but the rest
property
of the street is.
to my stage using drums like native style, we could do it.
I could do smoke signals,
That's how we're
which
gonna
is
end
how
the
a lot of
podcast.
people think Texas is.
You okay,
Like, we
man?
don't have any communication.
I wonder if there was. I wonder if there was still phone sex when it was smoke signals.
It was a lot of just ooh,
Send me a dick pic.
ooh.
I remember texting.
Oh,
through,
you make me so hot.
Oh,
I remember in school texting.
you're really talented.
Where you would like write a message on a piece of paper and then pass it to the next person, and like everyone in the classroom wrote something, and it's like a fucking forum
Right.
that they were commenting on the imbecile. I mean, the teacher, with doing their job.
Right.
Every student's making fun of that fat ass, and they're just passing the fucking note around. I remember seeing that. That's like the first version of a forum
Wow.
that I can
I
think
think
of.
that's been done to me.
Oh,
Aww.
I wasn't part of that. I promise.
We're-
I know.
We were outcasts.
I remember.
Yeah.
I
I
remember.
promise when that note came to me, I'm like, hey, she looked good on those leggings.
Right.
You know, it's
I
I
remember the
stared at
old
her when I met her.
ways.
The old way.
I remember the old
I was weirdly outed for the dumbest things. I was outed from the Mexican friends for learning English.
How
Really?
dare you?
Which is a stupid weird, like this fucking
How
dumb
dare you
reason.
be bilingual?
How dare
Yeah,
you be
well,
bilingual,
the one-
unlike most Americans?
On their mind, I was pretending to be white. I was trying to be white. I'm like, no.
So what's the
No.
Mexican version of an Uncle Tom?
What the fuck's an Uncle Tom?
Shit.
Damn it! Study your slavery.
I don't feel like it.
Tito Tomas. Tito.
Tito. You mean Uncle is Tio.
Tio, excuse me.
Tio.
Not Tito.
Tio
Tio.
is the vodka.
Tio Tomas.
You like vodka, don't you?
Tio. Tito. My brother had a dog named Tito. Tio Tomas.
Tio Tomas.
Your brother's name was
You translated
Vodka?
it, but I'm not really sure what that means.
His name was
It's-
Mexican Vodka.
I will let the person of color describe what an Uncle Tom is.
Uncle Tom is basically it's a...
Do you
You know
remember
what? Look it
Uncle
up.
Ruckus?
The fuck? No. I'm so sorry. What am I missing?
moment while
This is
I
a TV
look
show,
up the
movie?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. We need the technical definition of this.
Uncle
You
Tom?
don't remember Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks?
I never saw
Uncle
that.
Tom, Wiki.
Shit.
We're talking about the movie or the TV show?
No, the Boondocks, not the Boondock Saints.
That's a movie. Okay, so
The
yeah,
Boondocks
Yeah,
is
that's
an
anime.
amazing cartoon.
How
I
about
heard
you?
about it. Wait, is that
I
the clown thing?
fucking
Somebody
love
told me
it.
about that.
No.
No? All right.
Not.
Okay, Uncle Tom is a title character of Harriet Beecher Stowe's 1852 novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. The character was seen by many readers as a groundbreaking humanistic portrayal of an African-American slave, one who uses non-resistance and gives his life to protect her. What the fuck? And you're asking what's the Mexican version of
No,
that?
keep going.
No,
It's a trope. It's a trope.
Nonsensical and gives his life to protect others and who have escaped from slavery. However, the character also came seen, especially based on his portrayal in pro-slavery dramatizations, as inappropriately subservient to
Subservient. Yeah.
Okay, so sort of a sycophant type person.
Right, like a sycophant,
Let's use
yeah.
Uncle Tom is often short for just Tom as a derogatory epithet for
Yes.
exceedingly subservient person or house Negro. What is that a term? Particularly on one aware of their own lower class origin. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
You didn't know about that?
So that's basically
No,
what they
no.
were accusing.
So
of.
so
heard that
it tripped me
term in
out.
movies, but
It
I
tripped me
didn't
out when I was in
Yeah.
Mexico. There was actually a big ass statue of Lincoln. When I was going through Tijuana.
In Tijuana?
Yeah, there's Lincoln breaking slave chains.
Well, they have the fucking Columbus shit too, and I don't understand that either.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would we celebrate that asshole? You guys rushing me? Is it time to start?
Huh?
Is it time to start getting?
Probably. I mean, we got a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, we have 2.5.
Oh, there you go. It's Chris cutting.
He's
All right, what do you got? That's the copy pasted what I just
Yeah.
read. He went to Wikipedia,
yeah.
copy
He did
pasted the exact
Wikipedia.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways,
it
somebody-
appears that
Yeah.
I don't
anyway.
think there can be a Hispanic version of that because we were not slaves. So what? So someone who basically supports white people, like, is that like? I can't think of an equivalent.
well, the Aztecs had slaves.
Yeah, but they were not Mexicans.
Was it the Aztecs or was this? There was one of the Mesoamerican ones where there was like some weird thing where like if you ran out, it was only your owner that could chase you, and if you managed to get out, look this up. This is somewhere in there. I don't remember which culture it was. I think it was Mesoamerican. But if you managed to get outside of the city limits and then put your foot in poop,
What?
I kid you not, this was actually a thing. You were a free man.
Why did you say I kid you not? You had a perfect opportunity for I shit you not.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was. And
you
It's
just
right
threw that
there.
away.
It's
You
just
burnt
right
them
there.
away.
It's the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, you missed the opportunity for that joke.
Pendulously swinging.
Yeah, no,
So anyway.
I understand the term Uncle Tom now, but I'm trying to like
You ever look up Uncle Ruckus? It's a
ruckus.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll look that up. You said it's from Boondocks.
Ooh, the Boondocks. The Boondocks is a really well-written
A lot of commentary.
cartoon with lots of political commentary.
I'll introduce you to some messed up crap as soon as we're off here.
All right.
It'll be fun.
Carlos
enjoy.
thinks it's Inca.
Inca.
Carlos thinks
That's
it
my
might
brother.
be.
Carlos Aymar, that's my brother.
All right.
San Antonio.
Yeah, look it up. But actually, if you can find that thing, it was one of those what the fuck things that I
That's an
ran
interesting
into.
rule.
But
very
yeah,
strange.
but it was also
There's
one of
some
those things
funny
where like
laws that are still like a thing.
not only could
What?
your slave, I mean, you could kill him if you caught him, but they had to try to outrun you, and none of the other townspeople could help. So it became this race.
That fucked up foot race.
Yeah,
So weird.
run for your life.
That's so specific game show type bullshit.
I know. And then then there'd be this thing. If I remember reading some account where they'd like save up so they really had to poop when they tried to make their escape.
Oh
so
no!
as
So
soon
they
as
stepped in shit, their own shit.
There,
Oh my god! You
so
need
there
to-
was a pile there ready.
That's insanity. Okay, wow, that just took me for a fucking ride.
right.
And you said that's some. Well, he said.
So now
Inca.
we're back to social constructions.
Who the hell comes up with that? I mean,
wasn't like anal sex illegal in Texas till like not long
well,
ago?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
there
how
was
do
this
you-
thing
how do
for.
you
In
enforce
some
that?
states, it's illegal for a woman to drive without a man walking in front of them with a lamp.
I believe someone actually pointed this out as a comedian, but I don't remember who, so I can't give credit.
I'll probably
But
pick it up.
I'm probably going to change it
say it.
significantly, just saying
I'll
it.
pick up on it.
But I mean, for a long time, like both anal sex and pirating cable television was illegal, and if they caught you, they'd stick you in a cell where you'd be forced. Yeah, they'd force anal sex on you, and give you free cable.
That's a weird punishment. I know that.
It's illegal in Texas for a woman to own more than 6 dildos for personal use.
But for public use,
Okay.
it's
Public
a whole
use.
nother thing.
Commercial use.
Commercial.
Commercial use.
OnlyFans. We're back to OnlyFans. The
OnlyFans.
circle has been completed.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
These are my public dildos. These are my private dildos.
There's only 6. These
Only
6 are for me.
6. These 6 are mine.
Oh my god.
This is
We've
the
had a
one
conversation in
this is the one that I've
podcast
filmed where it's
about
like a
how
bed
there's
of
lot
nails, except it's a
dildos that
bed
are
of
not for sex
dildos.
use.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like Baymax did the research and shit. Apparently,
Oh,
there
I'd
are
use one as a
companies in
weapon.
order to be able to sell them, they have to be novelty toys, which are not made for.
Okay. To
for
be
use to
fair,
insert anywhere. They're
if
not
I were
materials that would
if I
take
were
that
confronted
use.
by someone like breaking into my house and the only thing I could reach for was a bicycle gripped giant dildo, I would do the dignity damage and just mushroom print the guy to death.
Or at least mushroom print him real good so he goes to jail that way.
You know, Bill Burr said that 'cause he was trying to buy a gun and the guy's trying to sell him a shotgun. Cause
Yeah.
like, you're gonna miss a lot with the shotgun. You're gonna fuck him up. And he's like, yeah, but I don't want to fucking do drywall and fucking get a new pet. Like, I don't want to destroy that much just because some dude, like, it's like, I don't know what you think about guns, but I can defend my house with a fucking BB gun. Because if you break into a house and someone starts shooting at you with fucking anything,
Right.
at the very least, you walk outside and
He's got a point.
recollect.
He's got her point.
Like, what the fuck happened? What is
Well,
shooting at me?
statistically, I
Could be a
mean,
fucking paintball gun and you
a
still run
22
away.
has like some of the highest kill rates, but there's more than one school of thought on it. I mean, the shotgun will get the job done in one shot. In 22, you ever been shot? You're probably gonna run away if you can.
Rock salt.
Honestly, if I saw Dreamy throwing pants at me, I'm out. I'm fucking done. Like anything that you start throwing shit at the dude.
Me
I'm
naked is a terrifying thing to be coming at you in anger. Like,
In
I
anger.
will rip shit off.
Yes,
I am so confused.
only in anger.
Oh no, I'll go.
I have chased someone that was robbing me while naked.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Very
No,
lost
I
in
fully
that
have.
comment, but, all right.
No.
Let's move on.
I looked out the window and there was someone breaking into my car, and I grabbed a 6-foot staff that was sitting next to my bed and ran downstairs fully naked and through the streets of Long Beach, looking for the guy.
You sand peopled him. From Star Wars. What were they called?
That was the sad bit. Yeah, and he said, I somewhere between Sand People and Magic Miked him. You know, it's Magic Sand Peopled him.
Magic sand people.
Magic Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, Thomas, I got a question.
They walk in single file, but there's 3 legs.
There's a trench.
Has there been
Trench down the middle, like Scrotor, the goat.
Scrotor is more like 2 drag marks. Is it?
Scrotor is 2 drag marks.
God.
French dragging.
I feel like I should have recorded like an extra episode after. Because this is not recorded. We cut at 120.
Oh, shit.
But no,
There's
it's
apparently still people watching.
yeah, there's people watching it live. It's just not recorded.
You can go back and
It'll stay on
screen.
Facebook.
You can go back and screen record it.
I can actually take it out of YouTube. YouTube will give me a file.
Oh, cool.
Alan Hutton says large throbbing cake toppers.
Yes. Well,
What the fuck?
Catherine Carpenter said
He does do a get. He does do a bit.
dildos
He does do a bit
are
for the
cake
dick
toppers.
tasting.
Yeah. Now, Alan has a full charity show. It's called The Dick Tasting, and it's very English. It's spotted dick pudding.
I get
But
it.
there's
So there's so many
puns
It's
So-
that
amazing.
sort
The
of
jokes
write
write
itself.
themselves, yeah.
And it's amazing.
So many puns.
All right. So who the hell's watching anyways?
It's Alan Hutton and Catherine.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well,
much
there's other
it.
people
your
commenting, but
brother.
there's 8 viewers.
There's still 8 people watching.
There's some very
Get a life.
8 people. There's 8 people, so there's like 3 people participating,
Yeah. No, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This is
and 8 people that left
Fascinating
their
conversation.
screen up and walked away. What's the 4 out of 4 here? What's that mean?
that's 4 streaming services I'm using.
Oh, wow.
But it's
Yeah,
all
2
been
YouTube
Facebook.
channels, a Twitch channel, and my Facebook.
All right.
So
Okay.
who's watching from where? Wait a minute.
I'm not sure if it can it show you who is actually watching, or is
From
it
where?
just
No, I can't.
no?
Is anyone not on Facebook watching this?
I mean,
Or is it
if
all
I go
on
to the
Facebook?
I can actually open the Facebook and usually use.
Because
the
I've
names
never
here.
been able to click the little thing up at the upper left.
Yeah, that's when people liked it.
No, right there.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, the little eyeball.
Oh,
so
they're
usually,
mostly, yeah.
Poking in the eye.
yeah, people say that
Go
you
for
can
the
click
eyes,
the
boo.
little
Go for the
little
eyes.
number and it'll show you who it is, but I've never been able to pull it
There
off.
will be notifications here about who joined, but only when you're live. I don't know.
By the way, Baldur's Gate's coming out. 3.
Ooh. Shiny.
I'm looking forward to that.
Thomas Wood.
Yeah, that's my notifications.
Sammy.
So that's not it.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never
Like,
been
if I
able to
could
figure
have a
out and just
list.
like just have a list
But
of who is watching.
It does look like 6 people are on Facebook.
Lurking. Oh, now we're 4. We're going down.
We're going
Finally
down.
going down. It's going
We're
down.
going down.
It's going down.
She's breaking
And
up.
She's breaking up. Stay on target.
It's an interesting experience though, right? With all this fucking mess that I got going on.
Wait,
here. I'm
what did
sorry.
somebody say about Pornhub?
I
am watching through Pornhub? Wait,
Oh,
what?
I forgot to tell you. Yeah, no.
What the hell did you forget to tell us?
The podcast also does get posted on Pornhub. You can go to Pornhub.com, look for the freaking
that's funny. Wait,
Deviant,
who's
and every
watching
episode
it?
is also
Who's
there.
watching it?
Well, ain't that interesting?
A lot of our
who's-
conversation topics are very much about
Yeah.
sex.
Where? Who's
education.
watching it? Through Pornhub.
No, we're not live on Pornhub. No.
All right.
There's no way to stream, is there?
I don't think so.
I think you have to have a verified account to stream directly
Okay.
on Pornhub. But and also my restreaming software doesn't have Pornhub as one of the options.
Yes, Alan Hutton says the annual dick tasting of Sherwood.
Nice.
And it is awesome.
Yep. So
Alan
so,
Hutton has like a couple of events that he creates.
Yeah.
I
There's
was
the dick
told-
tasting, and he also has shoot interesting shit out of a cannon day.
Nice. I was told before I ever went to any fair that it was very much like a super sexed out thing. Is that accurate
About
to
30
say?
years ago?
I
30
don't
years
follow
ago.
like behind the scenes shit. I
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah,
go to the
30
show.
years
and
ago.
say,
it was kinda like that.
Everybody always comes up and is like, "So, where's the after
Then
party?"
Disney
Like,
kinda
Well, that's
stepped
the
in
that's
and-
raves. That's what raves are.
Yeah, like
There's
Yeah.
always like you finish the rave, like where's the after party? I'm fucking high. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, no.
My
No.
caffeine is wearing
it's-
out, bro. I gotta go to sleep.
There was this push to make them more family friendly some years ago, and they ended up alienating their base largely.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. It's
Um,
basically what happened to WWE in
Yeah.
wrestling. They were R-rated and they became like PG, and people hated that transition.
I liked
Right.
it when it was funny.
Cause yeah, John Cena used to be like offensive with like rap, would say like a lot of innuendos and shit, and then he just completely.
There was some
cut
chick
that shit out.
I was watching on, I think it was This Is Not Happening type of thing. She was talking about getting beaten up as a kid, but the kid beating her up was creative enough to rap and compose rap while beating the snot out of her. And
That's
she,
some talent.
so as she's getting her ass kicked, she's like,
like
"Oh
learning.
God, that was actually pretty good."
That's you,
Oh.
yeah.
So, Chris Cutting has said, yeah, about 20 plus years ago,
That's
Chris
okay.
was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
used to
much
be
different place.
Different.
Interesting.
And
Yeah, and I've been asked for drugs so many
More
times because
free.
I guess I look like someone who would know drugs, and I very much have been asked for like, where's the after party and all that. But that's raves.
there's a problem with repression. And kind of and unspoken things. I think back, 30 years ago, people were more willing to just out and say what they wanted.
Well, also part of
That's
what
true.
was going on, I can tell you from the perspective of someone that was there that watched the whole transition and everything, was that it used to be that we all had to do specific speech and everything else and get into that character. So we were forced to speak like this. And there was a whole different level of character that you had to go into, and people felt like there was a separation between that person and the person outside of fair. And because of that, they would allow themselves to do things that they normally wouldn't.
So it's the
And
same thing as anonymity in the internet.
No.
You feel protected by that.
a
No.
bit, except it
There's
wasn't
someone else.
anonymous. It was just.
Yeah.
It was an allowance.
It was an
Yeah.
You allowed yourself to be someone else for that day.
Yeah.
Because
and-
maybe nobody knew you.
And personally, actually, this is important. There was a day when I was 18.
You're out of shot, baby.
That was.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah.
The chat is
Oh,
kind
the
of
chat is over. Oh, okay, cool. Never mind.
There was a day when I was about 18 where my entire life I'd grown up with a lot of suppression and a lot of people getting on my case for this or that. And it went back to that whole like alpha male thing where like you get two alphas in the same room. You can always tell the one that considers himself the lesser because that's the one freaking out more. I always had someone freaking out. And it was a game I wasn't playing.
And
so,
they hated
Omega
that.
Male. Yeah, we're talking about
so what I ended up doing was a day I like my second day at fair when I was a teen, because I'd gone as a kid a lot, but then skipped a bunch of time, then came back as a teen because I was rescuing a friend, and that was the first time I'd stayed over the night and everything. So the next day I'm there and I'm looking around and I'm usually my shy self and didn't know what to say or do to with anyone, and I looked around and wait a minute, I'm never going to see these people again. Ever. It doesn't matter what they think or say or whatever, or what they make
just,
up about this.
I can be me.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
brought back,
fuck it.
John
Meh.
Mulaney. John Mulaney says like he hates current music because it's always about tonight, and tonight is the night. It's like, like some of us kind of grew up and it's like, no, tonight's not good. How about Wednesday? And if we don't see each other for months, and that doesn't matter at all.
So
the
interesting thing that people don't realize about Ren fairs, and historically it's been this way, is that yes, people are putting on a bunch of costumes and stuff, but they also get attention and get to
the fuck is calling me?
Act in a way that they don't get to normally. Like, you know, you get somebody from a corporate setting, you'll look at somebody wrong and they report you to HR. You know, but at fair, you know, you get, like, let's say a lady that never got any sort of sexual attention in the last 20 years, and she goes and she gets this corset that squishes all her voluptuous stuff into the awesome positions, and suddenly she gets all of this attention, and she gets to actually experience life and be
sexualized for the first time.
Not just sexualized, just paid attention to.
Yeah.
You know, and
I can see that.
And it allows them their, you know, inner person to come out more, because they're not sitting there like, I look like shit, nobody wants me, and they're like, hey, sailor, you know, and they're having their drinks, and they just get to. Sometimes it could be considered acting out, but a lot of times it seems like they're just allowed to be themselves more.
Yeah. That's actually something I advocate a lot, which is do what you want to, because so this is what I found out after seeing some of my friends from years just pursue a life that they thought, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? Gotta get married, have a kid, get a house, move, whatever.
The standard socially constructed progression of life.
Yeah, and I have now met multiple friends of mine that after like 30, 40 years, like they're now in a long relationship and go, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little late to back out of 4 kids and a marriage.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, like shit, how do I start over? That you're pretty much stuck there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't collect the skill to a career.
And then they go to Ren Fair and they get to be loud and and they don't necessarily invent a life, but maybe they get to, you know,
and sometimes
act
they do invent
and
a life,
say things that they don't usually get to do, and feel a little bit more empowered to be their own person.
It's absolutely an excuse to create a character, someone that you want to be for a day.
Or take your and I think I see this more often, take your character off.
And that's what I
mean,
did.
I just turned it up.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because it was my my already existing character just turned more fair.
So me and Thomas, we don't play characters.
No.
We're
no,
just
I think you're like genuine people. That's probably why I like
and
you
it's
guys.
like at fair,
I'm capable
it gives you a space. Fair gives you a space to act more genuine than most people would be afraid to do in regular
I think people
society.
are afraid to be honest to what they want to say. Like they keep it to themselves. They're like, oh, then what are they going to think of me? But at fair, I guess it doesn't matter. And
right. Like,
go
you know,
for it.
hoisting your titties up near your neck. Like, what is regular society going to think of you? Like, you're a slut. No, that's fucking
They never
normal.
look me in the
hey,
eye.
You look
ever.
hot. You look hot. What's the problem? I feel hot. You feel hot. We all feel hot. You think I'm
my
hot?
eyes are down here.
My eyes are dead. It's like people like I'm
If you
sorry,
haven't seen
I'm
it, look up
staring at
forehead
your
to
tits. I'm
taze.
like, hey, if I didn't want him stared at, I wouldn't hoist him up there. Right?
I thought it was a Star Wars shirt for a second, but I can't determine a pattern.
This? Oh, it's like a print of a classical painting.
Oh, it's a painting. Okay.
Yeah. But like if I didn't hoist my tits up to my neck, like, oh no, that they're supposed to be looked at, or else they wouldn't be up there. So
it's an invitation, guys.
I think they look good that way.
That's always that weird
fuck
thing.
you if you don't.
But see, at some point, it's still like somebody does that because they think that's what they're supposed to do, and then they don't like the looks.
What's always puzzled me.
That I don't see that a lot. I don't see that a lot.
I see that at bars, not at fair.
Not at bars. No, at fair they're like, wow, you have really nice tits. I'm like, thank you.
I have heard.
Right?
Thank you. You want to touch them? I'm like,
Thank you.
yeah, sure.
You want to get a motorboat in there?
Yeah, like I didn't. That's not the point
Not
of my.
me. Not me. I'm not a motorboat girl. I don't.
I am. I'm definitely a motorboat girl.
I'm not a motorboat girl. But I'm, like, hey, I'm sorry. You have really distractingly nice tits. Like, oh, thank you.
Distractingly nice things.
Like
Thank
Cindy.
Our friend
That's,
Cindy.
Oh my God.
Listen,
Wow.
it appears to be a reason.
Blessing.
She doesn't even swing that way, and she's like, wow.
Wow.
Why is that? I love how I start analyzing that weirdest shit. Why is it called swinging that way?
Swinging that way.
you
It's a
don't-
pendulum of sexuality.
Yeah.
No, nobody does
I always
that.
thought it had to do with the first
I
base,
I
second
thought it
base
was
reference.
swing.
No,
Swing
see,
the other way,
I always
swing
thought
the
it was
other
a
way.
pendulum.
It's a pendulum swing, I think.
Like we're on the
I-
pendulum
That's
between
Where in the
straight
pendulum
and
is
gay.
your.
See
is
how I just
your-
brought everybody's different opinion on what that
I
sexuality.
means?
used to make jokes that I don't just swing one way or the other. I'm a tire swing. I go in all directions.
That's pansexual, right?
Pansexual. That's when you're dark. It's in the dark, and you're in a room with a whole bunch of different people, and you reach
all
into
taste the
no,
same.
you reach into random pants, and you like what you find.
More,
I'm happy with what I find, no matter
Whatever
what.
you
I
find.
more of one of those
thought it
amusement
had
park
to do with
rides.
pants.
One of those
So,
amusement
I
park
thought
rides with
pansexual
all the
had to do with
swings that
emotion.
just
It has
springs.
to do with personality.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to people by their personality
Not
rather
what-
than
not what the pants-
they
Right. So if you
Yeah.
have a room of people of the personalities you like, and you reach into random pants, and
They're
you
all
don't care
good.
what you
I
find.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am winning no matter where
yeah.
I go.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's nice.
Dope.
Yep.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
Well, that's a party theme if I ever heard one. Dark
Get a whole
room.
bunch of people with personalities that fit like my type, and I'm just like, all right, who's first?
But
Turn
that's
the
kind of
lights out.
that's kind of how accidentally like the karaoke parties turned out to be. Like we slowly kind of zero. Like the people we don't like never come back. Like fuck 'em.
Yeah.
And it just became this zeroed in only the weirdest, strangest people.
People that we
I'm
get along
honored
with
that I get
best.
invited.
Yeah, you show up. You've actually shown up to those parties more than some people that.
He doesn't even sing.
Yeah, no, he sang once, I think.
Once,
You
because you
what?
basically made me.
Yeah, I got him drunk.
Oh.
Yeah,
I got peer pressured into it,
yeah, very much so.
Oh.
and I sucked.
Somebody tried to take your pants out, but then you were not wearing underwear. And they're like, oh, nope, never mind.
What?
Everybody was in their shorts and underwear, and they were like, hey, you're not. And it was like, oh, that motherfucker's not wearing underwear.
Yeah, no.
All right, are we ready to call it a night?
What? Catherine, there's a million tits that I can motorboat with. Yeah, see?
Absolutely,
See,
yeah, yeah.
And hers are spectacular.
Yeah, she's got nice ones. Alan Hutton, I don't want to grow up. I'm a motorboat kid.
We still got 6 people watching.
Catherine agrees with the pendulum.
I'm dreading packing all this shit up in the dark.
If you leave anything, you know
I'll
where
come
I
back.
live. Yeah, it's
I know where you live. Behind TRF.
Yep.
I don't even know your fucking address. I put TRF and I know my way from there here.
Oh.
That's the way to do it.
It's like the next entrance. It's not even hard. And then you're like the boss fight of the Rennie.
Yeah, we're
path.
the boss fight at the
Did you
end of
have
the
fun?
level.
Huh?
Did you have fun?
Fuck yeah.
I'm
I wish
glad
we
you
could have
guys
finished
made it.
Hamilton. We're not gonna have time.
I'll watch the rest.
Got a long drive to go.
Yeah, I mean, we can watch the rest.
And there's so much more that we like kind of wanted to do. Too,
Yeah,
but,
we ran out of
but
time
we
fast.
but it's not like we didn't do shit. We did stuff.
Well, you also had chores to deal with, and I just jumped in and helped.
Right.
I love how the making ribs became a side quest of fixing the fucking stove. She just,
It's like, well,
this is where Dream
shit.
is the fucking boss. She's just like, all right, let's go fucking clean. Like, we just went down, like, grab this, grab that, stick the fucking thing, like,
Yes.
like magic. She just knew what to do.
Yeah.
Glue the lines on both sides of the trailer, and then the stove magically worked.
We've done it before.
I've-
Figuring it out was a little bit more
This
of a
is
pain
not
in the
my
ass.
first rodeo. Like, well, shit, the oven doesn't work. Go get the air compressor.
Yeah. And then the air compressor has one tire, and then we try to attach back and falls right back out.
It
So I
falls
just
off,
fucking
so we need to find the bolt for the
I
tire.
just muscle that shit back around.
Find the bolt for the tire. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
that was a weird time. And then you had to help somebody move a trailer.
Then we had to
and
move
then
a
go pick
trailer.
up your truck.
And then go pick up a
the
truck.
Kind of
food
a
was
day in the
ready.
life, yeah.
And then the food was ready, and when you were done with that.
So good food.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
That's how our days fucking go.
Hi,
Yeah, it was
what'd you
pretty
think,
occupied.
Maxine?
I mean, I was only here for the last what?
No, food.
Of the food.
Food.
I'm sorry, I'm not
how
paying
was your
attention.
day?
It was fantastic.
Okay.
Cool.
Being out here is wonderful.
We didn't get to the hot tub, but if you guys want to jump in while I pack all
It's
my shit.
still there.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
there.
It's right there.
It's also fucking hot out
It's
here. I
all
don't
wet
know.
for you.
It's one of those deep heats, though. Like, it's above body temperature, so it's relaxing. So if you're driving, it's probably not a good idea.
All right, guys. So
I don't wanna fall asleep.
I'm gonna cut this out because we're probably just wasting people's time.
All right, all right.
You
See
wanna
you guys.
You want to say your goodbyes? Let me put the comments out.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, bye, Alan.
Remember, a performer without an audience is merely schizophrenic.
It's true.
Thank you for watching. Wear your goddamn mask.
Wear your goddamn mask.
Fucking great.
Make
great
it a pretty one and no one will give a fuck. That's my
great
advice.
rant.